the crazy, the exciting stories of the internet. My name is Wes, and being with me always, the man, the myth, the legend, Forrest Curtis.
All right, we're live again.
Bam. Woo. Back at it again. Every single day.
All right.
We've only missed one day.
One day, really.
Since we
started.
Since we started Twitch.
Yeah.
However long.
Fucking insane. That's damn good consistency.
Yeah.
Try.
I think that's what's helping us with the little channel growth we're getting.
Hey, that's what matters, you know?
Yeah.
A consistent stream is what's
Yeah,
really important.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Brings people back. People know that, like, oh, every night they're going to be on.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I think I've missed 2 or 3.
2, I think.
2, yeah.
Because one you came halfway through, so.
Yeah, one I came halfway through. But
Okay.
still, hitting that consistency is
Yeah.
it's fun for us, too. Like,
hell yeah, build it up.
right?
One viewer at a time, man.
Exactly.
And I love doing it, so.
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of nice just talking to people, hearing people's new point of views
Viewer
and
at a time,
stuff.
man.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Oh, shit.
I love doing it, so.
There we go.
Yeah, that's like the coolest thing for me is like, regardless of who we have on, like if it's friends or someone we kind of know or someone we don't really know, it's awesome to get people's point of views on things, whether it's even, Ghost point of view or some random politic view that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Just cool to hear other people's opinions.
Cool.
But yeah, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit?
All right, what's up? I'm Saxon Evensen. Most people know my brother Dallin Evensen. And as soon as I walked in, they're like, "You're Dallin's brother, right?" So yeah, I get it all the time. Yeah, I'm Dallin's brother. I just work, sleep, and play video games mostly. That's what I do right now. So
Right.
That sounds very familiar.
yeah,
I'm doing a lot of the same.
hell yeah.
Are you Dallin's older brother then?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm his older brother. I'm 23. He's
23.
21.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Where'd you graduate from?
I graduated from Mountain High.
Mountain High. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
transferred there late junior year. So
Because we both 2012, same year.
okay.
And then we were at Woods Cross.
Okay. Yeah, I was originally at Viewmont.
Oh, nice.
That's perfect. Oh, and then Grain's in the chat. Aaron Palmer.
Oh, Aaron Palmer. What's up, man? How's it going?
He comes on. He's been on a couple times.
Okay.
He's funny as shit. I like
Hell
him.
yeah. Welcome to the chat.
Yeah. Hey,
So, as we always start, have you ever experienced any type of paranormal like experiences throughout your life?
Okay, yeah. So, when I was really young, I lived in this house in West Bountiful with my dad and my brother and my mom, and I get a lot of weird looks for this. But when I was a kid, I heard voices.
Okay.
I would have like if I was alone in the basement or if alone in anywhere really, I would just start hearing like whispering sounds, like somebody was trying to talk to me or they were like behind me.
Yeah.
I would just hear these whispering sounds, so I hated being alone.
Oh yeah.
So
I would too.
yeah, it was fucking weird. So yeah, that went on for probably between the ages of 4 and 6.
Oh, wow.
Somewhere around there, yeah. And then when I was in like early high school, I lived in this house that was an off the beaten path. You had to drive up a dirt path up to this house in Clearfield, and it was just an old creaky looking house. And there was one time where it was me and my cousin. We were home alone, just watching some TV in the upstairs room, and I went into the kitchen, and every single cupboard was wide open.
Oh.
We were the only people home, and I'm not kidding, every single cupboard was completely wide open. And in that house, we also had, like, chairs would shoot across rooms. You would hear stuff in the basement when nobody was home. Just,
Jeez.
yeah. It was just a creepy old, like, random weird shit would happen house.
Right.
Sounds like that's fucking wild.
So
Yeah.
having those types of experiences, imagine you've pondered them and thought about it a lot.
Yeah.
Do you have like any sort of like, I don't know how to explain, like, do you have like an explanation for what it could possibly be? Like, let's say it is a paranormal situation.
Uh-huh.
Do you look at like the ghosts people talk about as like someone that has passed away and is like trying to make themselves known, or is it like an energy source, or?
I'm definitely more on the energy side of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just like I can't explain why I randomly heard what to me sounded like whispering for a couple years when I was alone. I can't explain that. The cupboard thing, it's possible, maybe he went in when I wasn't looking and just decided to do a joke or something, but for me, it was like I came home, I went in the kitchen, grabbed a soda. 30 minutes later, he hadn't left that couch, and all those cupboards are just wide open. And it's like, I mean, the only people that were there were us, so what else could happen, you know?
It's not like it was someone that, you know...
Yeah.
Someone else pulling a prank or...
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's where most of the conversation leads to, is we're always trying to figure out, like... Some people think it is, like, a past relative that's trying to make themselves known, or, like, you know, trying to say hi. Some people think maybe consciousness doesn't really die when we die, and leaves over, like, a leftover energy. You have, like, an opinion on that at all?
I think... I like the idea that we reincarnate.
Yeah.
That's my personal hope, is that based on our actions in this life, we come back as something better or worse. But, you know, there's no proof in that. So
yeah.
I'm in the same exact boat. We had a good conversation a couple nights ago about that. Like, I have the same feeling. Like, I would love for that to happen, but my brain tells me that's not what happens.
I just think it's like we are energy. And when we pass, that energy's got to go somewhere. So, you know, it could go up, down, sideways. We don't fucking know.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Everyone thinks they know, but no one knows.
No one knows.
Oh, Michael Scott, I'm sorry you missed my ghost. You'll have to catch the VOD. I'm sorry.
Welcome, Michael Scott.
Yeah, how you doing tonight, Michael Scott? Okay, then on the flip side, any weird things you've seen in the sky before? Like anything that may have been like, that doesn't make sense?
Only once I've had an experience where I was in the back of a car with a sunroof and it was dark out, and I looked up and saw a moving... it was too low to be like a star or like a spacecraft, but it was definitely like... And it wasn't even it was more an orangish color instead of like the bright yellowish white color you see.
Yeah.
And so that, to me, looked like something that was low flying, could have been something unexplained, but... You know, I was young.
Right.
So I don't know if it was maybe like a kite or like a model airplane. I don't think drones were around at the time, but
still,
it was definitely something lower flying. So I have no idea.
We go on I always forget what it's called, the UFO National Input website or whatever. So it's people who have experiences who call, you know, either the news or call the company, and they want to put their story out there. That orange light is like orange light, green light, and what's the other color?
I don't remember.
I can't remember. There's 3 colors that are always like mentioned.
Yeah.
And orange is like the biggest one.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's weird.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, it was like an orangish tint, like in the sky, moving around a lot. But do you think they have visited? If they're like, I imagine. Do you believe there's other life?
I think we would know by now, wouldn't you?
I mean, with
the way we have technology now, you can get something out there like that.
Exactly.
Right.
So if they were just randomly flew down and somebody fucking saw it, you know, there would be pictures, there'd be, you know, everybody's got a fucking camera in their pocket right now.
Right.
You can literally phone up, record something in an instant. You would think that if it was sighted, either our government would have to be intercepting it before it even got to that point. And that's the only way that I could think it'd be viable, is if we already had connections, so they were like, yo, don't fucking scare the public. Or they're intercepting it as it comes in. You know?
Yeah, it's definitely weird.
Which is possible.
Yeah. And a lot of it, I mean, we have, if you look at photos, there's so many, like, satellites and shit that is just, there's like a giant junk pile just orbiting your fucking planet from
which
all
is
these
crazy.
And shit, so.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize it. It's like you can definitely tell how much shit is orbiting our Earth now.
Yeah.
I just lost my train of thought. Always happens. Miles Hayes says, "Look who it is."
Hello, Miles Hayes.
What's that, Miles? Yeah, and it's weird too, because all the footage that we do have, like from people in random places, it's like they're recording off a fucking toaster.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
They're like, I turned a potato into this camera.
Yeah, honestly. Like, you're telling me that not one person has, like, a second or third generation phone and can pull it out, because that's going to capture everything you need perfectly fine. They got like this like flip phone Nokia, like it's like shaking,
and it's always out in southern, like, rural middle of nowhere.
Right.
You're like, who lives out there? There's nothing for miles, you know. It's like,
yeah. Now I'm kind of on your like same thing with that as well. I was like, I feel like there'd be more evidence.
The only explanation, if they are real, is that it's either the government already has correspondence, in which case they're like, yo, don't do this, or it's being intercepted as it comes in, and we wouldn't even know about it unless it's like some declassified documentation. So,
which, you know, is definitely possible, because I think a lot of people might panic.
Yeah, I would imagine. Well, there was I read this. There was a book one time where it was essentially, how do I explain? Aliens came in. They made themselves look like humans, and then invaded and got deep into the government, and then caused panic internally.
Right.
And you're like, I don't know if my neighbor is an alien or a human.
Oh,
That's how they got us. Is they made it so you couldn't trust,
Yeah.
even your own mom or dad could possibly. That's how they set it up, and then they were just like, they knew how to tell who was who. But,
Right.
But us humans, we were like, that looks like my neighbor.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh shit.
It's true though. Like,
Yeah. It's just the mass chaos it would cause would just be insane.
I think too many people are just so wound up in themselves that they forget that. Like fucking.
Well, it's so easy to just be like, this is me, this is what I'm doing. Who gives a shit what everybody else is doing?
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
when there's an actual like something like that where you're like, oh wait a minute, I actually need to focus on this. Maybe it'll just scare people.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, Miles, that's a good point.
Yeah, I feel you.
An alien race of beings can get to Earth from anywhere, are most likely so far advanced that if they didn't want to be known, they wouldn't be. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
We're getting there. We got a fucking Tesla.
Yeah, exactly.
We're shooting cars into space. We're getting there.
I didn't realize it had music playing. Well, it's not necessarily music playing, but there's a sound wave with the David Bowie song or whatever. That's pretty clever.
Elon Musk. What a funny guy.
Fucking genius.
Yeah, he is.
He's a cool fucking dude.
Yeah. That was sick to watch.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Well, I think they have another rocket launch this Wednesday.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Something. I don't know.
Well, they recovered what? I think they recovered 2 out of the 3 thrusters.
Yeah, they did.
I think the one that they set up on the Bard ship out in the ocean
Yeah.
didn't land successfully, but 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
No,
Yeah,
not
that's
at
so
all.
cool.
Yeah.
It was crazy watching them land too, like just
Yeah,
synced
the
up.
simultaneous.
It's crazy.
It's so cool. The precision on that is insane.
It's gonna
Like-
be weird. Like, I don't even want to say like 10 years from now. Like, 3, 4, maybe 5 years from now, what he's able to do.
Yeah, really.
Like, he's already doing so much crazy shit that people are like, how is this possible? Like,
Yeah.
give that man 2 more years with the money he has.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Are we on Mars at that point?
Right.
Mr. Musk, it went from
57,000. Okay.
kilogram to $47.
Damn. Yeah, that's a little bit of money saved.
Right?
Oh yeah.
So we were talking about a little bit gaming before we started live.
I wanted to ask, since we're on the topic of like UFOs.
Yeah.
You guys talk about dreams at all? Like weird fucking dreams?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely.
All right.
You
got
got
any?
I got a couple.
Okay.
That's your own.
So my first, have you ever died in a dream?
Yeah.
You've died? Have you woken up when you died?
Yeah.
Have you died and stayed in a dream?
No.
I have.
Oh jeez.
So
That
this
sounds
is
awful.
So I had this weird fucking dream. I was do you know the park by the West Bountiful Park near the train tracks?
Yeah.
So I had a dream. I used to live over there. I had a dream one night where I was riding a bike along the train tracks right there, and it was dark out. Nobody was there.
Mm-hmm.
And then a shadow person on a bike rode up alongside me and shot me.
Oh
And I
jeez.
died. So my body falls over along with this bike, and I like aerial view of my dead body on the train tracks, and this shadow person just riding their bike away.
That's
And it felt
gnarly.
like an eternity of just, staring at my own dead body on these train tracks until I finally woke up.
So you astral projected like in a dream.
Yeah, not intentionally at all.
Yeah.
No, but
That's
Yeah.
gnarly.
holy
yeah,
shit.
it was fucking weird. So I love talking about it because everybody I know,
Yeah.
like, I died in a dream, but you wake up.
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
it's
like usually that's like the shock. Like you,
yeah,
not
yeah.
just sit.
I was like, I don't know if that's supposed to happen.
No,
Right?
I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
What
That's
was
cool,
like
though.
when you finally did wake up? What was like your feelings? Were you like
I was calm.
calm?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, you mean in my dream, I was sitting there accepting the fact that I had died.
Yeah.
Right.
And I had what felt like hours and hours of me just there's my dead body. Like
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's the shuttle program costs $57,000 per kilogram to deliver payload to orbit. SpaceX coming up rocket.
Okay.
EFR will drop the price to $47. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to save a lot.
That's
a lot
fucking
of money.
insane.
Yeah, it
Thanks for the
is.
Info Miles. Oh,
Yeah. Have you had any other? Has that been just a one-time experience?
I think I've died twice now and stayed asleep, but I don't really remember the second one. I just remember the idea of dying. Yeah.
Right. That's crazy. Because I usually because I can remember one or two times where I died in the dream.
I've
and
had the classic, like, you falling through the sky and then
Yeah.
you hit the ground and you wake up.
Yeah.
I've had those.
And you just kind of like out of breath maybe, or kind of like
you,
sweating.
You
and,
jolt up, you're like, oh shit.
right.
Those ones are the weirdest. The falling, like randomly in a dream, you're just falling for no reason. It's so weird.
Do you have any other weird dream experiences, or is that kind of like the main?
I've had, like, you know, the zombie dream where it's like everybody I love is now a zombie and they're trying to get me. I have a couple other weird ones, but that's just the one I like to go to.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, what the fuck?
That zombie, I've had something similar too, where like I remember like contemplating like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to kill my family because they're zombies now. And like having that thought process and then waking up like, shit, what the fuck would I really do in life if that happened?
That'd be...
I just kept riding my bike away from everything and then
right?
it was like, just keep pedaling
Right.
faster.
See ya.
Yeah.
But yeah, with gaming, you're playing some Rocket League.
Oh yeah.
We all like everyone always asks us, and it's the hardest fucking question to answer. Do you have a favorite game?
Do I have a favorite game?
Yeah, of all time.
Of all time? Ooh. No.
Top 5.
Top
that you
5?
can think of. No particular order.
No okay, top 5, no particular. Rocket League's definitely up there. I play it. That's probably the game I play the most right now.
Okay.
I've got over 1,000 hours. Path of Exile also.
Dope. Love Path of Exile.
Amazing game. New season's starting up soon. That's gonna be sick. Bestiary League.
Oh.
That's starting in just a couple of days or something, I think.
Are they on the same rotation as Diablo?
I don't think intentionally, but they are starting really close. Both the Path of Exile and Diablo League are starting at very similar times, so
It's kind of cool though.
alright. Phil says StarCraft. I don't like RTS.
No?
People give me shit for that, but I'm not an RTS player. I don't like it at all.
It's understandable. It's definitely. I think it definitely is for certain people.
Yeah,
it's not. I've tried to show people like RTSs, and they're like, "It's not for me." I'm like, "Yeah, makes sense."
Okay. Yeah, Animal Crossing. I have an Animal Crossing tattoo.
Oh, that is fucking dope.
Yeah, I have quite a couple, but yeah, I have an Animal Crossing tattoo. I also have Binding of Isaac. I love roguelikes in general. Binding of Isaac was just the start of that love.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with recent games because I don't really go back.
Yeah.
Have you played Slay the Spire?
I don't think I have.
I've heard of that one.
It's an early access game on Twitch. It's a deck builder roguelike.
Okay.
So you're ascending the spire, and every time you there's like monsters, there's events, there's mini bosses, shops, and the boss.
Right.
And every time you kill an enemy, you get a choice of 3 cards to add to your deck, and you have a base deck of I think it's like 10 or 12 cards. And so every time you enter an encounter, you have this deck where you keep adding cards or removing cards from the deck to build a deck to try and ascend all the way to the top of the spire.
That's kind of cool.
It's really good.
That reminds me, because I think Hearthstone, I wonder if they took that idea from that game.
Yeah, Hearthstone has the dungeon run.
Yeah.
Now, right? I haven't tried that at all, but I've heard it's really good. But it's a similar concept.
Right. You get a smaller deck, and then the more you progress, the different people you kill, you get options of like, different crazy cards.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Euphoric said, I had a dream when I met Elon Musk in a hallway and he had bags of food for charity.
Oh, wow.
I went to the bathroom and met a disabled man that could not figure out how to use a urinal. He cannot even control his pee stream.
Wow.
That is a weird dream.
That's a dream.
Yeah, that is definitely... You're watching too much SpaceX.
StarCraft, that's your favorite game?
Yeah, I was talking. I don't like RTS, so...
Okay.
If you like StarCraft, that's cool, but yeah, not for me.
Yes, best games through web browser?
A web browser? Does RuneScape still count?
It has to.
Okay, then RuneScape takes...
Yeah.
You can't beat RuneScape for a browser game,
No.
I'm sorry. You can't.
Definitely not.
Old school RuneScape going mobile this year, and it's
It's going to be dope.
Oh, it's going mobile?
I'm fearful for mobile RuneScape. I don't know how that's going to work. How do you translate a subscription-based model into a mobile game?
That's true.
That's a good point.
Most people... I think RuneScape 3 will do a lot better because it's got the microtransaction model.
Right.
And mobile users fucking love shelling out $1 here, $1 there.
Yeah.
Eat it up.
Oh yeah.
I
don't see old school RuneScape competing in the mobile market, but RuneScape 3 I think will.
Maybe it'll just be that game that,
It could just be
50,
that random
60,000.
Flappy Bird hit.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fucking Flappy Bird. You can buy phones. It was crazy.
Oh yeah.
With Flappy Bird on it.
As soon as it got removed, they were going for... I think I saw some on eBay selling for over $3,000.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Fucking ridiculous.
I want to get a PS4 with PT on it.
Oh yeah.
I loved that demo. I was telling him about it. He didn't get to play it.
Oh, I've watched... Have you watched playthroughs?
I've watched a couple videos, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's The fact that PT revolutionized the horror genre is fucking insane.
It was a fucking demo.
It was a fucking demo.
That game sucks that it fell through.
Yeah, well, fucking Konami or whatever. Yeah. Konami. Wow, I just combined the two.
They killed it.
Xbox
One X worth it. I think Microsoft is not ahead in the mobile. They're the furthest behind in the console market by far. If you're gonna spend the money on a console, I'd say go for a PlayStation 4 or a Switch.
Well, and with the Xbox One X, I don't think there's enough games out right now.
They don't have the exclusives.
Yeah,
they don't.
And if you don't have a 4K TV, there's no point.
Who does have a 4K TV?
Right?
What? They're making 5K TVs now. Like, why the fuck would I need a 5K TV when I can barely get 4K?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
it's true.
You're paying for a feature that you can't use.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a huge sports fan, but
that's true.
And I've gamed on a 4K TV once. I don't like it.
Really?
It's too much TV.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess it depends on what games you play. If you're like a big RPG, like a big RPG fan, it might be awesome.
Like Skyrim, maybe.
Yeah, like Skyrim. But if you like doing any competitive games or any shooters, anything like that, I just thought it was too much going on, like for my eyes to handle everything.
Yeah.
But it's definitely cool. Like, if you like sports, 4K TV would be the shit.
Yeah, give it 5. They said give it 5 years when it first came out. Give it another 5, and we'll see where we're at.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if you're going for a console, personal opinion, I think the Xbox One X isn't worth it.
No,
If you're going into console, get a PlayStation 4 or a Switch.
Yeah.
If you have a PC and you want a console, get a Switch.
That's a good point. Best single player RPG.
Ooh.
Skyrim
definitely is hard to beat in that genre.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah. Throw Dark Souls out there.
Dark Souls.
I hate myself, so gotta play those games.
I have never actually played any of the Dark Souls.
They're really dope, and they have a story, but you gotta like search for it.
Yeah. Everything's hidden in items.
Yeah, but if you like the challenge type of games, you'd love it.
I like watching speedruns of those games.
Yeah.
Speedruns of any games make me realize I'm a shit gamer.
Yeah, really. You're like, wow, my inadequacy.
Yeah. I watched some dude beat, God, we were just watching it.
Was it the Star Wars one?
Yeah. Did you play Knights of the Republic?
No, I know of it, though.
I brought it over because I had it for the Xbox and I'm playing it. I went home and watched a speedrun. This dude beat it in like 57 minutes.
Yeah,
I was like,
something crazy like that.
Cool. I've only had dreams where I should have died, but then I just don't. Once I realize I'm in a dream, I go crazy doing whatever I want.
Okay. I've never been able to control a dream, really. I have a vague idea of what I'm doing, but I don't, control the narrative.
Yeah.
Best single-player RPG, if we're going back, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning is one you should check out.
Really good game.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good one. I've been playing Sword Art Online Hollow Realization in the meantime until Fatal Bullet comes out on this Friday.
Huh.
How is the Sword Art?
It's an okay RPG.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's amazing, but if you like Sword Art and you like RPGs, I think it's alright.
Okay, because I do like Sword Art.
I don't think it's anything game-changing, and if you like the anime and you like an RPG, it's pretty solid.
Good mix.
It's got like they put an MMO feel into a single player.
It's kind of cool.
Kind of, yeah. It's a weird execution. I'm hoping Fatal Bullet would be better, but Hollow Realization, it's been a good time killer for me.
Well,
it's not bad at any.
It's not. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like if you were to rate it, you probably get like
I think they're running out of story arcs though, because they're like, here's some random NPC that has no coding, and they're like, let's be friends with this random fucking NPC that has no coding, and you're like, why?
Okay, sounds like a game plan.
This is it's the third time they've used it as a plot hook. It's getting old.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
Well, and
I'm waiting because they have another like, oh look, it's a unique character that you've never met before in the new Fatal Bullet that's coming out on Friday, and I'm like, watch it just be some random NPC with no code, and they're gonna be like,
it's gonna happen.
I'm just waiting for it. Yes, give it to me.
What was I gonna say? I want to check out that new RPG. Kingdom Reckoning or whatever.
Oh, okay. Deliverance?
Yeah, Deliverance.
Okay. I've been watching some streams of that.
Yeah.
Let's see, who was it? Fairlight Excalibur, who's a late night streamer. Mm-hmm. He found the dev chest yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it has like all the best in slot armor and weapons, and he's like, I didn't mean to find this.
That's kind of cool,
some
though.
bug or something that's not supposed to be there because it's like the best in slot for everything.
Oh, jeez.
Right.
Yeah, so he's like, I'm just gonna not touch this, and he fucking rode away.
That's so
pretty
funny
though. But yeah,
that game looks cool, but I heard a lot of people don't like it.
Have you seen? I was reading an article. There's actually screenshots of it in the beta, and they actually had to tone down the graphics a ton to make it like performance-wise for most PCs.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's like before and after screenshots of the beta and now, and it's like two different games. Mainly the lighting. It's just it looks so much better in the beta, but I'm guessing they had to tone it down to fit the average PC. So,
which sucks, but
yeah,
you got to make your sales.
Yeah, for real. It's nothing's worse than making a good game and then having it be poor performance. Let's not talk about PUBG.
Like, yeah, I was gonna say PUBG on the Xbox.
Yeah, PUBG.
Yeah, it's even worse ported over to the Xbox.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even want to play it.
No.
It's frustrating.
I love this idea that everyone's getting into these. What do you call them? What is a PUBG genre?
Battle Royales.
Yeah, Battle Royales.
The Battle Royale genre.
But I don't think they're gonna stick.
PC gaming dying from Bitcoin mining. So the funny thing is, yes, graphics card and RAM prices have skyrocketed because of Bitcoin mining. So this is
frustrating.
Weird for graphics card companies can't make enough graphics cards to meet the demand right now. So, like GTX 1080s are going for thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And RAM is shot up from $30 a stick to $100 a stick.
Jeez.
So the funny thing is that Bitcoin mining isn't going to last forever.
No.
So eventually the prices are going to drop, or eventually people are going to stop Bitcoin mining, because even now the amount of power required to mine a Bitcoin to be cost effective, you're looking at multiple thousands of dollars in initial investment.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
I'd say give it a year or two and prices will stabilize. The problem is companies like NVIDIA don't want to invest in new factories to build cards when they realize that the market's not going to support it, and they don't want to shell out that money. So for now, people that want to get into PC gaming have got to either hold off or suck up the pricing.
Yeah. I just think hold off, or just go buy someone's old ass PC.
Yeah, that's true.
And play.
If you're in our area, you can just hop on KSL. People sell pre-built gaming rigs or old gaming rigs for. I sold mine. I just upgraded recently. I sold my old rig to a friend for $350.
Yeah,
and it still runs most games on the market for easily. So
exactly. I get the whole idea. We've talked about, because obviously we want to get a big, gaming rig here at some point. But in reality, you don't have to have top end shit to do everything that's out.
That's true.
Unless you want to run Crysis 3 at ultra everything,
And who plays Crysis 3? Let's be honest.
I just remember it being everyone, that was the big thing when it came out. I was like, can your PC run Crysis 3? If not, it's shit.
Who actually played Crysis 3? I only saw it for benchmarking. That's all I saw.
I think I got it for $5 during a Steam sale.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, didn't play it. Played about 15 minutes. Like, okay, cool. This is Crysis 3.
Yeah.
Nothing looks interesting.
Yeah.
He has a bow.
Yeah. To be perfectly honest, though, $600 you can build a gaming PC right now that'll, out of the box, run most games at least good or better.
Yeah,
without
absolutely.
issues. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
470 right there.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
If you build it yourself, you will save money as well. And there's plenty of guides on YouTube, and you can even just do a simple Google search. It's so easy to find, so easy. It's like putting together a complex puzzle.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and especially with YouTube nowadays.
You can learn anything.
You could type in every single piece of your computer you bought, and they're going to tell you exactly how to set it up. It's wonderful.
But I hate you click on that video and it's there's a 30-second to 1 minute intro, and then they're like, here's how to put this part in, and then it's literally 30 seconds going,
right?
And then it's another 30-second to a minute outro, and you're like,
fuck.
Right.
Fuck?
Okay, there's that.
700,000 views.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Enjoy that extra 2 minutes of ad revenue for your fucking intro and outro.
Goddamn.
It's weird. We're I don't want to say we're struggling. We're not struggling at all with any of this stuff, but YouTube is growing the slowest for us.
The problem with YouTube is that they had the adpocalypse.
Yeah.
A lot of major advertisers were like, we don't want to give you guys money for this controversial topics. So it's a lot harder to make ad revenue, which is kind of going into the whole fucking what's his bucket suing Twitch right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just growing YouTube.
Okay,
I don't know why it's so.
So YouTube, it's all about the algorithm.
Right.
That's why people like
Timing.
Logan Paul get all the way to the top, is because of algorithm.
Yeah.
The one thing I can tell you, consistency is key.
Right.
If you ask any YouTuber, I follow a guy named Jesse Cox. He does a video series every Friday, and sometimes he'll release his videos on Saturday. And when he does that, it's a noticeable view drop because he's not releasing them on the Friday. So if you're doing, a release every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then you do a Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, it's just you're gonna lose out on some viewers. It's not gonna get recommended as much. It's not gonna hit the algorithm. Algorithm is good.
Yeah, the algorithm is interesting.
Yeah. I don't think it's dying for most creators. I think they're just in this weird spot of trying to figure out the whole ad situation.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help when there's, big time YouTubers flubbing up like they have been.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Well, and then there's stuff like Patreon. Like, some of these guys are going to Patreon and making way more than they would have made on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
If you have, let's say you have 300,000 subscribers and 150,000 of those want to give you $1 every month to get all your content. It's a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. Can't complain about that.
No.
Yeah. If you get a decent following that wants to support your content, then Patreon's a great way to branch out.
Absolutely. And for a lot of people who have the time to go on YouTube, giving someone you're a fan of $1 is not. You wouldn't even second guess it.
Yeah.
But having 150,000 people like that adds up real quick.
Yeah, it does.
We were looking at that too because we're putting stuff on Patreon, but we haven't done like unique content for Patreon yet. But some of the top podcasters, what was the one dude? How much were they making?
$90,000 a month.
$90,000 a month.
Which podcast?
Which one? El Chapo Trap House.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Last House on the Left, I think.
Okay.
Oh, Last Podcast on the Left. They make like $30,000 a month too.
Yeah, I hear them mention. I listen to My Favorite Murder. So
I
hear
okay.
them mention all the time.
Yeah. It'd just be cool. Like, obviously we're not anywhere to that point yet. But somewhere down the road, it'd be cool to have that kind of following where people actually support like on that level.
Yeah.
That's the point where you can start giving back. You know.
Yeah. For sure. Well, I mean, if you just keep up the consistency, it's just you'll just start building and building.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just a time thing. It has become a pain to view streams on Twitch with low viewers.
Has it now?
Interesting.
I think some people actually prefer low viewer counts because it's more of a community feel.
Exactly. You can actually like us come in, talk to us, we'll answer you.
Yeah.
But we're the big time streamers, like
there's so much chat going on, and you can't keep up.
Yeah. Well, I think there was I watch the co-optional podcast, and the question that was asked is when you get to the viewer counts, 3, 4, 5,000 viewers, can you maintain a community of people? And they were like, no, there's no chance because you don't have the time to answer everybody's questions. You don't have the ability to keep it community focused. I mean, you get to the point where it's like Lyric, where you're literally getting sub after sub after sub, and you can't take the time from the game to sit there and be like, hey, I love puppies, thanks for subscribing.
Because if we have 15 people in here, sometimes it gets hard to
it's hard to answer everyone's questions.
Yeah, for sure. My
favorite YouTuber, SugarPine7 Funhouse, I don't know who that
Excerpt
is.
One.
Yeah, and Cowchop.
Yeah.
I follow a lot of the same people, Miles.
Yeah, it's partly that Adpocalypse is first off. They're making not nearly as much ad revenue as they used to. And then they implemented that thing where you have to get it's like 4,000 viewing hours or something, or 4,000 in order to get your ads back on. And some people are in that weird spot where their content is either getting demonetized like crazy for they don't even get
random stuff.
Random bullshit's getting their stuff demonetized. Yeah, they're not hitting that, or they're just underneath that 4,000 hours or whatever. That's not allowing them to get their ad revenue.
There's a guy who his name's Kairos Gaming, and he's about, I would say, like in the realm of YouTube, he's mid-size. He's like 200,000, and he was getting hit real hard with it. And I understood most of it. Like, he's very dirty, like, cunt, pussy shit, like the whole entire nine with all the swear words, talking about fucking and whatever. And so he started doing tests where he would make videos that were family friendly, where there was no swearing, because he did the gambling for Counter-Strike stuff.
Oh, okay.
Nothing like that. Yeah. Just straight up Counter-Strike gameplay where it's just him and his friends joking around. Still started getting demonetized.
Yeah.
So at what point does it just, like, do they have an algorithm that says, oh, once you get demonetized so many times, you're just going to keep getting demonetized?
We don't know.
Right.
They don't know. That's the thing. What's up? Hi, Arl. Demonetized. And it's weird being a creator in a situation like that where it's Oh, I don't think VG Donkey is struggling nearly as much. But
No,
he's so funny.
Yeah, he is
He's a
amazingly
great
funny.
guy.
But it's just that weird situation where it's like, what do you do to fill that gap in your revenue that you used to be getting before all this stupid shit?
Right.
And, you know, that's a lot of them are branching to Patreon.
Doing
yeah.
outside sponsors.
A lot of them are doing sponsored stuff.
Which, like, I see a lot of people complaining to their YouTubers, like, oh, we don't like when you do sponsored stuff because you're more censored or whatever. It's like, you gotta realize, though, they gotta make a living.
They gotta pay bills, especially if it's their main gig.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it's like, if I were a YouTuber doing sponsors, you go, this is an ad. I'm sorry, I gotta pay the bills.
Yeah.
You do the ad for whatever, the 30 seconds per minute, and then you do your stuff, and then people aren't gonna like it. But if they truly cared about you and your content, they'll suck
deal
it
with
up.
it. Absolutely.
You watch TV, you watch Hulu. There's ads on that shit, and you don't care.
Absolutely.
Why
not.
is it any different than when you're watching someone who's providing split content that you enjoy?
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
And what's up, Jarl? How are you doing?
I don't think he's really donated any money.
Yeah. Thanks, Michael Teague. I'm rolling in it.
Yeah, rolling in the dough.
I would love for you to donate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all good. But thanks, though. Like,
thank you,
we appreciate the
welcome to the stream.
idea.
Yeah.
Talk about fucking money.
Yeah.
To
How
be
you
fair,
doing?
you picked a pretty volatile industry to be your main gig.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Like, doing any of these are very volatile, and it's risky.
Yeah, it
It's
is. You are taking a big risk.
You put yourself out there and you say a lot of stupid shit sometimes.
Yeah.
And who knows? Banhammer might happen any day.
Yeah,
Right.
really.
And, I've seen that with people who are a lot bigger than us, and this is their main focus, and it ruins their lives.
Uh-huh. So speaking of demonetization and banning, Phantom Lord, banned from Twitch, news story broke a couple hours ago. He's now suing Twitch for lost revenue when he got banned.
Oh, shit.
So, what did he get banned for?
So there was a little bit. Some people were saying it was the whole CS:GO Lotto scandal. You guys know that, right? The CS:GO Lotto.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so some people were saying it's that, but Phantom Lord also had hundreds of fake subscribers, people who were subscribing with random bullshit names using stolen credit cards.
Oh.
So he was accused of sub boosting,
Right.
by paying people to sub to his content to boost his sub count
Yeah.
and make it look like he was
Bigger than he actually was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was sub botting, and he was also part of the CS:GO Lotto scandal. So he got banned. Twitch terminated his account as a TOS breach.
Right.
He's now claiming that they banned him without warrant, that they were baseless claims, and that when he talked to a Twitch representative, that they banned him over the sub-botting, which they can't prove was him. Either way, he broke TOS.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Which means they can remove his Twitch account.
Yeah.
And then he had to go through multiple lawsuits over the CS:GO Lotto stuff. I mean, hi Crystal Meth.
Hey,
But
what's
yeah.
up, Crystal Meth? How you doing? And let's see, Jarl Kim says, you've got room to complain. Any industry should have standards, but when it's up in the air like this, you gotta shut up at some point. True, yeah.
Crystal, so I'm naturally platinum blonde, but I grow a red beard.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What's
So
up,
to
Salty
answer your
Frank?
question, and hello, Salty Frank of the 7 Seas. What a name. Love it.
Right? He's the
Yeah.
man.
Twitch botting for viewers is easy. He was sub boosting, so he was using either he was paying somebody, or there was some form of people that were subscribing using either stolen credit cards or not really real people subbing.
So on the flip side, though, let's say, so he's gonna sue Twitch, which it's not gonna end up well for him.
Well, I think most likely it'll be a settlement.
Yeah.
It'll be a settlement. He'll get some form of money, is my best guess, because
Yeah.
Twitch doesn't want to go through litigation.
No, absolutely no.
I was like,
Absolutely not. And then that's more negative publicity for Twitch, and
Yeah.
there's already negative publicity out there. But how can he prove missed revenue?
It's
the
I'd imagine
same way,
it'd be,
though.
I'd imagine it'd be him through. It'd probably be like a year, like how long it took him to get through his lawsuits before he came back. So
Right.
I imagine he'll probably get a small settlement of some form, but it would probably be like, hey, I had to stop streaming for this long, and I would have made this much money, so I
Right.
want this much, which for Phantom Lord would be multiple tens of millions probably.
Right.
I imagine it'll be a small settlement.
Charge $9.99, theft under 1,000, no jail. No jail time.
We saw some.
We're talking Phantom Lord here, who's running fucking CS:GO Lotto along with, T. Martin and the name that goes under the bus all the time, Josh OG.
Yeah.
Who nobody seems to want to talk about.
Yeah, he just skated under it.
He skated under it. Lucky him.
Well, and who's the British fella too that was in on it?
There was T. Martin, Pro Syndicate.
Yeah, Syndicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know people like Josh OG was on the fucking documents that made CS:GO Lotto a business. So
absolutely.
You can't say that Josh OG wasn't a part of it.
How does a high sub count benefit? I think it's kind of the mental thing. So like if you go join a channel and you see that there's, super high sub count, you're gonna be like, oh, this guy must be cool.
Yeah.
Stick around, and you might
it's generally views, but so the way a high sub count benefit. So the standard rate for most people. Baseline is it's a $5 sub, and then they split it evenly with Twitch. So Twitch gets $2.50, you get $2.50. Right. As your sub count gets higher, actually, a lot of streamers that have a higher sub count get a better split.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
So instead of $2.50, sometimes they get $3, Twitch gets $2, or they
that
get
makes
$2.50,
sense.
Twitch gets $1.50.
Right.
So there's both the ego boost of look at all these fucking subscribers I have, look how popular I am, and then also he can go to Twitch and be like, hey, look at all these subs I have. I should get a bigger split because you're making more money from me.
Right.
We saw dudes yesterday that did a podcast, and they had 2,000 followers, but only 1,000 page views. We're like, you guys are up to something.
It's a little strange.
Yeah, we're like, you guys are up to something fishy here.
And yes, subbing does cost money. The idea is that they prove that some of his subs, like a couple hundred at least, were either from stolen credit cards, or it's possible he was, like I said, he was paying somebody from an outside source to sub to him.
Yeah.
And then return it would boost his sub count.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I don't think he'll get anything because of the TOS he accepted. That would be nice. I don't
possible.
think he should.
The problem is it's going into court.
Right.
And you can literally sue anybody for any reason.
Yeah.
He's got the money to go to court if he needs to.
Absolutely.
Twitch obviously has the money to go to court. But
they just don't want to.
It's tons of legal hassle. It's tons of time. It's tons of stress. For him, he's just paying off his lawyers and be like, look, I want to get all this money.
Yeah. Give me as much as we fucking can.
And it'll be like Twitch's lawyers and his lawyers will meet up and they'll be like, hey, we'll reach a settlement of 10% of what you want. And then they'll just cut it. Yarl,
it's a psychological trick like following. The human psyche is attracted to what other people are attracted to, even if temporary, so the higher numbers encourage more views, more follows, more subs. Yeah, that's what I was saying, exactly.
And of course we'd love to see Twitch make an ass out of Phantom Lord because he's a piece of shit. But the fact of the matter is it's not worth their time, their effort, or their money. Right. That's just the short in front of it. It's not like fucking H3 going up against that piece of shit. What was his name? Sandpepper?
Yeah.
Right?
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah. It's just, I don't know.
In their point, they were making a stand for not just them, but for YouTube entirely based on DMC. For this, there's no precedent to be set here. It's just money. It's people grabbing at money. Yeah. People grabbing at money. And
get as much money as possible. Yeah. Because I think if this wasn't a money grab, he would just go to a different platform and start.
He is on YouTube now, but he's not. Yeah. He's not making nearly as much money as we stated because of the YouTube adpocalypse. Right. He's not making nearly as much as he used to.
I imagine he'll be back though, somewhere making.
You can, Crystal Meth. You can sue anybody. I could sue these guys right now for no reason.
Yeah,
right.
But I wouldn't, and I won't because A, it costs a lot of money, and B, it's not worth my time or effort.
Right.
They haven't wronged me in any way for.
Yeah, and if that's the thing is like you gotta, when there's money.
Oh God!
Let's not go there.
Right.
Good point. But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see where it's gonna go, but I think you're exactly right. I think it's just gonna be. We might not even get a news article about it.
Yeah, probably. It'll probably be settled out of court. There might be a small blip on some. I just thought it was hilarious. I was like, he got all that money out of CS:GO Lotto. He got all that money from Twitch. I mean, did the legal battles really stress him out that much financially? I doubt it. This is just
no way.
He just wants more money.
Oh, for sure.
Whatever works for him.
Yeah, really.
So you wanted to talk about Dr. Disrespect.
Okay, yeah. So we're on the topic. If you're on Twitch, I'm sure everybody fucking knows Dr.
Everyone's got to know him.
He's the face of Twitch. He came back early this month from he was gone for about a month and a half.
Yeah.
He revamped. He got new sub icons, new artwork, new overlays for his stream, all that cool shit. But the reason he left is everybody should know at this point.
Yeah.
He cheated on his wife.
Right.
Which is sad, you know. I'd like to get your guys' opinions. Personally, I think, you know, it's one of those situations where I think it's possible to recover from something like that.
Right.
Cheating on your significant other, but you have to take the steps necessary to make amends for that. And that's like cutting them off. You know, counseling is probably really important there.
Right.
I mean, as long as the steps are taken, I don't think it should be criticized in his career for what he did. And
No, I don't think so either, because it's his personal life.
Yeah, I know some people have been like, why is he so popular? Why are people, you know, cheering him on so much? And it's important to distinguish the person from the character.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think people forget that, like, when Dr. Disrespect is walking around his house, he's not Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, he's a husband, he's a father.
Yeah.
He's a person like me and you.
I don't know his real name, but that's who he is. It's him.
Yeah.
It's obviously a character. He's been doing the same fucking character since Machinima Respawn.
Yeah.
Like, he's been Dr. Disrespect forever. Yeah, I love it too. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, he's great. I don't watch him a lot, but
no,
I have
absolutely
tuned in.
not.
It's been enjoyable.
I like watching highlights.
Yeah, highlights are good.
He's a cunt, is what Crystal Man says. I don't like his character. I'm sure he's an alright dude. Why does he disgust you?
Yeah, let's get some. What disgusts you about Dr. Disrespect, Crystal Meth?
Yeah,
that's a great name, by the way.
Yeah, great name. Yeah, she's a sub and a longtime viewer now.
Okay, awesome. Do you think Boogie will be alright? What happened to Boogie?
Him and his wife split.
Well, I think I remember reading the post that it was a mutual decision.
Yeah. I watched the video on it. He's just a complete fake.
Well, it's a character. That's.
It's a fake character.
He
just
plays
like
a character.
Just like people don't realize that PewDiePie's a character. That's not really Felix.
Yeah.
You know, it's Markiplier when he's being Markiplier. It's not really Markiplier.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really Mark.
The problem is everybody is trying to present the best version of themselves, regardless. And this is a character or a persona that he made, and people like it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no different than watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt maybe they do, but I doubt that, you know, any sort of reality TV is a heightened version.
Yeah, exactly.
Of
So, Crystal, you want it to be more as like people just being themselves, not putting up like, because obviously it's like, I think everyone, well, maybe not everyone, but I think most people who are of adult age realize that Dr. Disrespect is a character, but maybe for kids they're like,
yeah,
I bet he's walking around talking shit all the time in real life.
Yeah.
Okay,
it might be harder to distinguish for younger audiences.
I get where you're coming from. That it's not like, I see where you're coming from, but
yeah,
as far as him cheating on his wife, should it affect his career? Absolutely not.
I wanted to bring it up because I've heard people talking.
Yeah.
Like, no, he shouldn't be allowed on Twitch anymore. You know, it should be the end of his career. That's not something. And it's like, people fuck up. It
shouldn't even been in the news in first place. Yeah. You know,
I think. What is your opinion on him announcing it to his followers?
I think he did that as like.
Do you think it was a stunt, or do you think he wanted to be genuine?
I think he wanted to be genuine, but I think he wanted to get ahead of the shitstorm.
That makes sense too.
I think if maybe it came out, maybe whoever he cheated on with came out before he said something, may have killed his career.
That's true.
So I think it was getting in front. I think he was genuine with like his apology, but I think it was more of like a business move.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I hate honestly when other women get hurt. That feeds me.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
I hate. Do you mean the other woman or other women?
Cool America Flavor 1. What's up, man? How's it going tonight?
Welcome.
It's hard to say no when you're getting the calm thrown. Or the clam thrown at you. That's overstock at Walmart. It's true, though. Like, and that it's just stuff like that happened to... I know this is completely off subject, but like Robin Thicke. You remember he's like a music guy. He did that big song a couple of years ago, and same thing happened to him. Like, people started realizing, like, oh, this is a good-looking dude. He talked about having a big dick, and women were just throwing themselves at him. Cheated on his wife, and now you don't hear about him.
Yeah. Other women. Okay.
Gotcha.
So you just like all other... You dislike all other women. That's fine.
Hey, me too, up top. No, I'm kidding. Absolutely not.
No, but to your point, Twitch is a platform where, you know, if you don't like one streamer, you can go to the next.
Thankfully, yeah.
I mean, it's not like a TV channel where, you know, the next show comes on and you're like... I mean, you can switch channels.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and that's the cool thing, too, is like... for someone like Crystal Meth who's a fan of real people, you can go find someone like, I would think Josh OG, like, not saying I'm a fan of his, but he's more, doesn't seem like a character.
Yeah.
He just seems like a dude who plays video games.
Do you remember his original name before he changed it to Josh OG?
I don't.
He was the original Weed.
Oh, yeah. That was a fucking long time ago.
Yeah. That was back in the day. I watched him back when he had 200-300 viewers.
Yeah.
And then he just blew up and became Josh OG probably for merchandising purposes.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And name growth.
There's just many bad streamers there is bad TV. Oh, yeah.
True.
There's more bad streamers than bad TV shows.
Just go over to IRL. Hey-o.
Right.
Yeah, right. Hit up the top 50. Gonna be bad.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that? That the IRL section of
Keep it there.
keep it there.
If you want to do IRL streams, just go over to IRL. I mean, there were people who were doing the bare minimum on Twitch to get themselves onto Twitch in the first place.
Right.
The titty streamers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're
There's a lot
on
of them
there.
where it was 30 seconds of gameplay followed by, because I think Twitch rules was something like you have to have gameplay within at least 30 minutes or something.
Yeah.
There can't be a gap of 30 minutes without gameplay. And there was at a point in time before IRL where girls would literally play a game for 30 seconds and then the other 29 was, or they'd play games like Full Screen Dance Dance Revolution in shorts
Exactly.
and a tank top, you know. It was just,
And now all the IRL chicks, now they have like workout streams.
yeah. And that's fine for them.
Yeah, as long as they're in
have their own
IRL.
Section,
Yeah.
If they want to stream that, that's completely
Yeah.
fine. I have no judgment.
As long as they stay in that
They're
section.
doing their hustle and making money.
Dude, that's the thing is, like, I don't like it because it's bad for gamers and bad for other IRL people who are actually like, because like I see girls on there who are like painting and they're super fucking talented.
Yeah,
but they don't want to.
They have creative too.
Yeah, I mean creative.
And I've seen there's some creative streamers who have gotten on the front page.
Yeah, absolutely.
And from fucking thousands of viewers because they're amazingly talented.
Yeah, that's
it just
awesome.
sucks that you see talented people who are getting like 5-6 views because they don't want to stick out their tits or wear low cut shirts or you know, it sucks to see that, but at the same time, like you said,
yeah,
it's a hustle.
But I don't think there's a problem with with the titty streamers. I don't think there's a problem at all. If you're a good streamer, you'll rise to the top.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. People will watch what they want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So Jarl, you can go over to IRL and watch those streams if you want. That's your idea.
Now
That's
hang on,
perfectly cool.
I still like titties.
Still like tease.
Do you think I'm thinking of doing an IRL stream this summer of splitting firewood along a 40-ton pressure log?
That sounds dope.
Yeah.
I'd watch it.
So would I. Do it, salty.
I'm
friend.
just mad because I'm a hairy Viking, very small sex appeal.
I'm sorry, Jarl. You can find a woman.
Yeah.
Don't
Get
worry.
that
Yara.
lumberjack. Go join with Salty. Dress up like
Yeah,
lumberjacks.
there you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
to the show.
Double IRL stream. Lumberjacks are sexy.
Yeah.
Lumberjacking has been proven to cause the most testosterone release.
Right.
Chopping logs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's why all those Vikings fucking
Just smash
those
them.
log outfits, they're buff as fuck.
Yeah.
It's because they smash logs all day. It's that testosterone.
Hell yeah.
It's the money. Oh, good point.
People have to make money.
Where do you think Twitch is going with this new TOS? I think it's
Which
a good thing.
TOS? I haven't seen it actually.
It's pretty strict.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's the do you have any base guidelines?
The one that they keep saying is we're not starting, what was it, March 3rd or something like that. We can't talk about other streamers as being titty streamers or
Oh, really?
like cutting them down for doing that necessarily.
Yeah, you can't. And then like if people in our chat say something and we don't delete the chat like immediately,
Oh, really?
we can get banned for it.
Oh, wow.
Because
Yeah.
like we had a couple guys yesterday telling real funny jokes, and they were dirty jokes. They weren't racist jokes.
Okay.
And I can't remember who was telling us like we got to delete them or have a mod delete them, otherwise they can get us in trouble.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So that's kind of.
I think it's hard to censor people.
Yeah.
I don't think you should censor people unless what they're saying is not appropriate for society in general.
Yeah, it's like hurtful towards like.
Yeah. If you're specifically attacking someone for
Exactly.
something, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I use the word titty streamer. That's why I'm using it
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah.
As I'm being.
It's
It's what they're called.
It's everyone
Like,
knows
it's
what
the slang term that people use right
Yeah.
now. If I have to change it to say the IRL female streamer.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, people will find workarounds.
It just it's
Absolutely.
what everyone
And not
knows.
every female streamer on IRL is doing that. Just
No,
let's be
no,
clear.
not definitely not. But the popular ones are
It
for
just
the most part.
Yeah, give or take.
Right. I'm kind of get banned in the first 20 minutes of the new TOS. Yeah, it's interesting. Because, see, I have weird ideas on trying to, what's the word you just used? Censor people. Because, like, you're not going to censor everybody.
Yeah. And I wonder how that's going to go over in... I mean, there is auto mods. A lot of the higher-end channels do have manual mods as well to help.
Right.
But it's a hard... unless there's a solid line of, like, these are words that are not acceptable, jokes like these are not acceptable, describing streamers like this is not acceptable, there has to be fast, solid lines, and then people just have to follow them if they want to continue streaming on Twitch.
Right.
I think Twitch as a platform has been... great to allow a variety of people to stream a variety of things,
Absolutely.
including IRL, including podcasts,
creative, yeah,
professional gaming.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of people that are allowed to stream on Twitch a variety of different things and a variety of different looks and feels, and people can find what they want to watch.
Exactly.
I don't think putting in a new TOS that cuts down on some of those low-hanging fruit is going to be a big problem.
No.
The fact everyone is so sensitive inside it makes me sick. My humble opinion that suicide is a form of population control.
Jeez.
That's a very strong opinion.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree.
Yeah.
I think that suicide can be fixed with the proper care. Ooh, what is that?
I'm not sure yet. I don't
I always
remember.
forget. I don't have our noise.
I think that one's a hosting.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for the host, Taco Man.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, Taco
Thank
Man.
you for the host.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to actually have to be a mod starting March then, darn.
I don't think you'll have to... As long as this channel stays at this small point, and I don't know if you guys have an auto mod, but I think as far as, like I said, it's just... If people are already violating that TOS, they're going to violate it after the new TOS.
It's not going to change them.
It's people aren't going to have to change much if they're already doing a successful stream.
As far as I'm concerned,
Thank you, Taco Man, for the host. Hello.
Yeah, what's up, Taco?
Appreciate it. How you doing tonight, Taco Man?
You made any tacos lately? No, he wants to open up a taco shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do it.
That's what I'm saying. He said if he does one, if we go there, we get to eat free. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna move there.
Yo, give me the light and I will give you tacos. Hell yeah. Let me know when you open it up.
Yeah, right?
Taco.
We'll go eat some tacos for sure.
After work.
Hello, all you beautiful, amazing, wonderful people. No one's that nice. Stop it. Taco Man's that nice.
He's giving us tacos.
Right?
Hell yeah. Yarl Taco, get together.
Yeah.
Tacos, have a good time.
No, it's interesting. Like I get where you're coming from with that too.
Yeah.
I just hope that they have what you're saying though. Like I want to see in writing like, hey, you can't talk about this joke or this joke or this joke. You can't say cunt anymore, or you know, all these words. Like, just let me know, at least I know.
As long as it's it's written there, it's you can get it clear writing, perfect. Right. And I figure the people who are already breaking that TOS will break it, and it's the low hanging fruit. They'll get cut off.
Yeah.
I think Twitch will be better for it.
Yeah, that's true.
Get better content.
The people at the top are going to stay at the top.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
people that are rising are going to rise, and people that are those low hanging fruit will fall off.
So. Right. Well, and that's the thing is like. Anything can change in these TOS things, but these big guys aren't going to get.
Yeah, it's not going to.
It's not going to change them. They're bringing Twitch too much money.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not a taco shop. It's a Mexican buffet. Just as good.
Yeah, both are great.
You're allowed +5 to a wedding. Whose wedding is this?
You guys are still invited to the wedding. Turns out I'm allowed +5.
He's doing like
+5 to a wedding.
Right?
His big ass wedding he's cooking for.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's cooking. I don't even remember
some wedding crasher shit. We're gonna show up with.
Right.
I want to.
Hell yeah.
Yo, I'm a venture capitalist. Look at my suit.
Jarl cooks, and he's making a shit ton of meat and barbecue for this wedding.
Damn.
And I was like, I want to come.
Where's the taco man? He's right there.
Yeah, cooking for 200+ people.
That's a lot of cooking.
+5.
Now, is this an invite to be at the wedding, or are we helping you cook? Because I feel like this is going to be a little... You're gonna get us there. We're going to be like, hey, we're here for the wedding, and then you're going to throw us in the back, and we're going to be serving food.
I'm down to serve food if I get some of the food. When he was writing it out, it sounded good as fuck.
Maybe.
It's
got to be some damn good food.
Right. Only people who are my friends and have beards eat fruit. Fuck yes!
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
I guess I gotta grow my beard out.
Right? I'm gonna bribe everyone weed to help me cook and serve.
There we go.
Okay.
And you eat free.
Get baked and eat some free food. I don't know how much serving I'm gonna be doing. Walk up to him, hey man, This chicken's pretty fucking good. What chicken? Oh, yeah.
That plate is empty.
Yeah, I told you. It was pretty fucking good.
It was really good. Hell yeah.
Here's an opinion for you. Do you think, because obviously weed's a big topic, legal some states, not legal most.
Yeah.
Should people be able to smoke weed on Twitch?
I believe that's already allowed.
I know,
if you're in
but
a state that's legalized, that you're legally allowed to smoke on Twitch.
Right. But how can you prove it? Necessarily.
What?
Like, so we were watching this guy the other day, hilarious. He was doing, which I don't think you're allowed to do this, but I'm not gonna, hate on him for it.
Okay, don't name him then.
He was doing, everyone who follows, I'll take a hit.
Okay.
And I don't think you're supposed to do that because you can't.
Dangerous.
Yeah, you can't do that with alcohol.
Also, I believe.
Yeah.
You can, like, hey, I do push-ups for subs. I don't know. That's probably a gray area.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
But anyways, like, we followed and he ripped a fucking huge ass bong bowl but at what point, like, he can put any information he wants that he is in Colorado, right, or Washington, but what if he's in Alabama?
Twitch can follow up on IPs. I mean, you can probably stream through a VPN, but
That's a good point.
I mean, if people want to circumvent those rules, they're gonna.
Right.
It's there's a lot of talk lately of, are they allowed to do this with regards to like gun control?
Yeah.
Like, if people are gonna do something,
they're gonna
find a way to do it.
Exactly. I'm in Alabama.
Shoot up heroin on Twitch. Stop censoring the world, creating those sensitive people. No, I'm all for it. I don't care what the fuck people do. I don't think shooting up
heroin on Twitch is probably.
That might be a bad.
That may be a little bit much.
Yeah, there was some RuneScape streamers back in the day who would shut their camera off to do stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of the times they were taking drugs and then coming back on and just being zoned the fuck out.
Oh, okay.
But
I watched some highlights. I can't remember. They were a fairly big channel, dude. They were like doing a party stream or whatever. There was a bunch of people, and dude was just railing lines of coke and stuff. I was like,
I think that's in the area where it's up to Twitch to decide if they do that on their platform. And I imagine in that case it's probably like a strike system where it's like, hey, don't fucking do this.
Yeah, exactly.
What was the one you were talking about? There was some big streamer and some dude went into they were doing like a party stream or whatever, so there was a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And dude showed up and started spiking people's drinks.
That's fucked.
And like...
Oh, yeah, we were watching the video on it.
A bunch of people got fucked up, went to the hospital.
Yeah, Salty Frank, I imagine. Those fucking... It's the fucking staking streamers generally who are also involved in that that drug use. It's pretty crazy. The one in question I'm talking about was a staking streamer for millions and millions of in-game currency at a time. It's fucking ridiculous.
I thought Wes was an orc. You're correct, sir.
Clearly said I enjoy Twitch the most on acid.
Yeah, it was the funniest thing. Wes looks like a fucking orc right now.
Oh shit. I could see it.
Absolutely.
No disrespect.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I'll consider myself an orc.
I show you the Ice Poseidon.
Oh yeah, Ice Poseidon's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Oh, is that who we're talking about? Was it Ice Poseidon?
Yeah, I think so.
He was.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
But Ice, I believe, got banned for all his IRL streams that he kept getting swatted.
Oh,
he kept accidentally revealing his location, and I think it reached a peak when he had to get pulled off that airplane.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Oh, okay. So he was live streaming at an airport, and he got on an airplane, and he wasn't revealing his location, but he would pan over stuff, and people were able to pick it up, and they call him in as a terrorist.
Oh,
so he was on this plane waiting to leave, and then this airport gets a bunch of calls like, "Yo, there's this dude on this fucking airplane that's a fucking terrorist," and so they had to pull him off the airplane and stall the flight on the tarmac. It was fucking ridiculous.
That's
when
Twitch was like, "Hey, it's time to stop."
Yeah.
Wes is a giant cuddly panda.
I mean, it sucks that we're in a position where people who are trying to stream are getting swatted all the time.
Yeah, that is shitty.
Well, and it's worse when someone realizes how much publicity you get from swatting and uses that to an advantage.
Yeah. It's a fucking awful.
Because, like, most people, like, if you get swatted, you're going to be in the local news. You might make, nation news. Plus, everyone who's in your circle is going to hear about it.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Ice Poseidon had that party with the spike drinks. That's what I was saying.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And Wes is a giant cuddly panda.
Oh, yeah.
I can see that, too.
Absolutely, Crystal. You know.
So,
hey, there's plenty of giant cuddly panda to go around. No need to argue.
They're fighting over the cuddly panda.
Yeah. Well, I mean, someone finally got killed from a swatting, and that or they weren't even streaming.
That was the one. They called it, and they went to the wrong house.
Yeah, they went to the
The
neighbor's.
guy playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
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 They went to the wrong house, and then he just opened the door, and the cop panicked and shot him.
Yep.
And it was the wrong house. So
Yeah.
that guy the dude that called the swatting was getting tons of trouble, arrested or prison time.
I know one swatter got jailed hard. He was from like Germany or something.
Yeah.
I remember.
Again, they're
Well, 'cause
cracking
it's
down.
not- I get like maybe to a kid they would think that's a joke.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
I'm sorry if you think swatting is a joke. It's not.
Like
You're
that
fucking
kind
with
of
people's lives.
Yeah.
that kind of high risk environment
Mm-hmm.
for like
It's
the SWAT team to show up. They're thinking people might fucking
Yeah.
die that night.
Yeah, it's a shoot first, ask questions
Yeah.
later kind of situation. The problem I have is the only time I've had issue with a swatting was the afterwards. White Boy 7th Street back on YouTube, he got swatted one time,
Yeah.
and he actually got if I remember correctly, he got charged because he had weed in his house.
Lots of
when they
weed.
swatted him.
Yeah.
And it's like, is that justifiable? Because it was a fake swatting call to charge him for possession of marijuana, and I don't think that's right.
I would say
'cause
that may
it's
have-
like turning it's victimizing a victim.
Yeah. I
it's
feel
not
like
cool.
that when that happened, that really killed his momentum in YouTube.
Yeah, well, that and then the downfall of Call of Duty in general. on
Well,
YouTube.
yeah, but he was still kind of on the rise. He was doing other things. He was doing podcasts. He was always in drama, but
Yeah.
that's not
Well, I
the
mean,
point.
it'd have to be that stress you the fuck out.
Yeah.
I'd constantly be worrying, is this gonna happen again?
Well, I think the one thing why it killed a lot of people, like it killed me for him, is because how much he talked about. He was done smoking weed. Because like
Okay.
I watched White Boy like
Yeah,
since
yeah.
like when he got the world's fastest nuke.
Yeah.
And he always talked about like, yeah, I got clean, I'm doing all this. He was doing like the dolphin dive videos and shit.
Okay.
And then he got caught with
With a bunch of weed in his
like
house.
fucking pounds of it. It's like, shit, man. You've been lying to everyone.
Yeah,
I'd have liked you
lying to your
more.
community, probably not the best
No.
idea.
Yeah.
What's a swatter?
Oh, to explain a swatter, swatting is the idea of somebody calling in a SWAT team on a person live streaming using false information to try and get them shot or arrested.
Yeah.
The idea being somebody somehow gets your information, like your address, your name, something along those lines, and then they call in to your local police department, something along the lines of, hey, so-and-so in this address has 3 hostages and has threatened to shoot them all.
Yeah.
And at that point, it becomes a SWAT situation where they have to bring in a SWAT team.
Break in
Hence
your
the
door.
term swatting. They break in the door. A lot of you can find them on YouTube. They're horrible. It's people that are live streaming, and all of a sudden they have, anywhere from 3 to 5 fully decked out people in military
throwing
gear,
them
like,
on the
yelling at
ground.
them,
Yeah, guns in their face.
Get guns on your face. Get on the fucking ground.
Yeah.
It's a fucking scary situation.
Shoot your dog, rape your kid.
It's just, yeah, it's fucking.
There
it's a
was
scary
one
situation.
where they shot this guy's dog on
Yeah.
swatting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
a
gnarly.
horrible thing to do
Yeah,
to someone.
yeah.
And some of them try to pass it off as, oh, I'm just joking, and it's a very real situation, and
Yeah.
people do tend to get hurt or die in these situations. And I think it's important to point out that it's fucking awful, and people
Yeah, it's
shouldn't
not.
do it.
It's not cool. Definitely.
I just gave Salty Frank a bunch of pot. Just to clarify, clay pots in my.
So Michael Scott, they should arrest those people that make those calls. They try, but a lot of them will use VPNs.
Yeah.
They'll use like Skype, fake numbers,
Yeah.
stuff like that. They'll pose as other people, so it's really hard to backtrace who's making these calls.
Right.
The only prolific one I know is, like I said, that kid. I'm pretty sure he was in Germany who got arrested for. They managed to backtrack him, but a lot of the time it's really hard to find the person who's making.
Yeah,
those calls,
definitely.
making
It's-
those fake reports.
What if it happened to y'all? I don't know. I would just lay on the ground and let them
you
arrest
just comply.
me. And then
Yeah, it's
it's
literally just headphones off, spread out,
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
ground, and just
tell them
follow
we're
instructions.
streaming, that someone's
Yeah.
pranking us.
Yeah,
And I know a lot of people loved the prank culture, and it really like changed YouTube. I fucking hate it.
I agree.
Oh
It's
my
awful.
god.
There are harmless pranks that are fun, and then there's let's pretend to shoot my husband through a fucking encyclopedia. Oh, I
Yeah.
accidentally shot and
Oh,
killed him.
I killed him. Did you hear about that?
Hold on.
The lady, they were pulling a prank.
Thanks for whoever hosted.
Thank you.
Can't see what it says.
What is it?
Scooter looks like. I don't know. They'll pop up bigger on our other stream.
Oh, okay.
It's just delayed. I just can't read it.
Yeah, they were doing this prank. Was it a husband and wife?
It was a husband and wife, I believe.
And they were pranking, like shooting.
Yeah, Scooter,
Yeah.
2010. Thanks for hosting our stream.
Yeah, thank you. She was gonna shoot him like a prank through like shoot this encyclopedia. Actually shot him. And killed him.
Yeah, that one I saw.
Went through the book and killed him.
Yeah.
It's like, 1, that's not a funny prank. 2, that's incredibly dangerous. And 3, did you really think that was gonna stop a bullet?
Well, right, yeah. I mean, that's thinning out the dumb people, but
Yeah.
you've been trained. You're wearing body armor. You have baton, a taser, a firearm. A dog makes you fear for your life. Quit your job. There's no place in the police force for cowards.
Well, I mean, they're in a high-stress environment, not to try and justify shooting a dog, but in a swatting situation, they're in a high-stress environment. They don't know what's going on. Their main focus is to protect the people they think are in danger in that situation. Not trying to justify shooting a dog in a situation like that, but, yeah.
Don't throw a punch like that one streamer did. Yeah, definitely don't do that. Wait, no, I think that was the fake one. Wasn't Trick 2G? Didn't he fake a swatting?
I don't know if I've ever heard of a fake swatting. Is that a thing?
Well,
if
yeah,
that's a thing, that's fucked.
It may have been him. I don't want to out anybody, but someone like 2 cops like broke through this dude's window and he tried to like swing on him, but it seemed really staged.
Yeah. So fair warning, a lot of the prank channels are fake. They do fake pranks. There are a couple out there who try and do real pranks. And as long as they're harmless, I mean,
like Remy Galliard,
like that shit.
Yeah,
but a lot of the times it's really fucking stupid shit, and they're fake. So
wasn't a prank. She legit thought the book would stop the bullet, which probably would have stopped a hollow point, but not the.
I even think a hollow point would rip through a book and like cause some serious damage.
Yeah.
I mean, by and by they were a couple. I believe I'm pretty sure they were known for doing prank videos.
Yeah.
Or something along those
Ice
lines.
got swatted so many times. I feel like he strictly likes it because that man does anything for good content. Yeah, that's what we were saying. It seems like he was doing it to take advantage of the advertisement.
Yeah.
Agreed, Jarl. Shooting dogs is some sucker shit. Yeah, I agree too, Jarl.
Yeah,
Stealing Yoda? No one's gonna steal Yoda. They're gonna fucking die if they try.
Alright, I'm gonna my hand's back.
Woo. They used a deagle.
Oh, okay, yeah, they're dumb.
Yeah. Shit, what was I gonna say? My brain's been turning off lately. I don't know why.
That's what is that theory? The guy who I'm blanking right now. Darwin.
Darwin?
Yeah, Darwin Award.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't think of it. Yeah, that's a Darwin Award right there.
Yeah.
It's super true. But a brick wall would stop a deagle.
What's a deagle? It's a very, very powerful handgun.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Yeah, that'll ruin somebody's day in their life.
Taco Man, I'll break your arms.
Yoda, I will steal. That's funny.
Sick.
Unless you want to exchange it for 74 tacos.
Yeah.
Then we'll have a conversation.
That's a fair trade.
Yeah, I think that's a fair trade.
Yeah. All at once, or would you want like a couple tacos a week?
Oh, that's a good question.
Ooh, yeah, a couple tacos a week.
Yeah,
that'd be good. I was just thinking about another streamer where some crazy shit happened and I forgot.
All sorts of crazy shit happens.
The pranking. There was the one that the guy didn't even get in trouble. I don't remember who it was. So the prank, and it was 100% set up. They found out it was set up.
Yeah.
And it was like, he paid like 5 or 6 African American dudes.
Oh.
Like he parked a car in the ghetto and he paid these guys to go up and start beating the shit out of the car because it said Trump supporter on the back. Or some shit.
No, I saw that one.
Yeah. And like everyone was like, oh my god, look what these guys did. And it turned into this big race battle thing. Yeah. And all this like Trump supporters or other it was just bullshit.
Yeah.
Come to find out it was all fucking fake.
God,
the guy just paid a bunch of actors to go do shit. It made me sick.
Oh, gotta love our political climate.
Right.
Something.
Can't say anything.
120 tacos each. 30 chicken, 30 steak, 30 beef, 30 shrimp. That's a fair deal.
You can have Yoda. Wait a minute.
We can easily get a new one, I think.
Joey Salad, is that who I'm talking about?
Such a figure.
Day for fucking, what's that, 4 months or so?
That'd be nice.
Absolutely.
That's a fair deal.
Right?
And they're going to be good tacos, too.
Yeah,
fresh
for real.
tacos.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, the pranking culture is weird.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't either.
Prank couples also.
No, yeah.
I don't know how you could trust a partner if they're sitting there pulling shit on you left, right, and center.
Right?
Wasn't it boyfriend versus girlfriend or?
Yeah, there was a prank channel like that.
Weren't they like the big ones that started it, and then it turned into like
yeah,
tons of people trying to copy them, and it's like it was an original idea, but I don't know, just weird. And then they broke up because the guy was cheating on her.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Oh, jeez.
Well, it's also. Have you ever watched any of those home improvement shows? The couple ones specifically. A lot of those couples have actually gotten divorced, but continue to film the program they're together. It's really weird.
It would be awkward.
It would be so awkward being on like a television show with your ex.
You think cameras cut and they're just like, "Fuck you, piece of shit, fuck you."
I imagine they have to keep it amicable,
right?
To keep a professional environment, but I couldn't even imagine.
It'd be weird. That happens with like movies and stuff too. What was it? Dexter. You know the TV show Dexter?
Yeah.
So Dexter was married to his sister in real life.
Oh, okay.
From like season like 2 or 3 to like season 4 or 5.
Oh, wow.
And then they got divorced and then still played, the 2 closest characters in the show for 4 more years or whatever.
Yeah.
That'd be awkward.
Yeah. I imagine they have, in environments like that, especially like TV and movies and stuff, I imagine they have to keep some sort of... They probably keep it mutual.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm sure there's that conversation like, we're making a lot of money. Yeah. Let's just do our job.
Yeah. When we're not here, we can talk shit on
yeah, exactly.
When we're here, let's just, hug, let's get through it, get those fat paychecks.
Let's pretend like we like each other. I hope you guys don't fake your podcast.
I'm doing this whole time, I'm sorry.
This
isn't me, I'm actually a robot.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm an AI, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's all an act. You caught us.
For sure.
No, and I guess it goes back to that thing. Like, I know people who fake content. I guess, like, they got to make their money.
Mm-hmm.
Kids will eat it up.
Ooh, I can throw in some fake stuff. And it's speedrunning related. So there was, so you guys know speedrunning.
Yeah.
Okay. So, A Link to the Past, Legend of Zelda. There was a female streamer who had a top score where she, you have to post a VOD of your run.
Yeah.
So she didn't live stream these runs. There's no face camera of her, and she submitted these VODs where people questioned the validity of them, but they got approved. There's some weird spots, stuff like that.
Right.
And they lasted on the leaderboards. At the time, I think they were world records.
Oh, wow.
And they lasted for quite a while, but now they dropped down to like 2nd or 3rd or 4th or whatever. So they were still very high-end runs, but they were a little weird,
Yeah.
Like, people were like, we're not sure if these runs are legit. So the community, the top 20 runners, they got together, and the people who run the leaderboards got together, and they were like, hey, people have brought up that these runs may not be valid. They might be, hacked or glitched or whatever, or not legit enough for a real run. So they were like, we want you to vote if these runs should be removed from the leaderboards. And so they had this vote, and it passed, so they removed the runs. Well, then all this information came out that this girl had been, like, saving IRC chat logs from these fellow runners' Twitch chats from years back up until now. She threatened to dox people for voting to have her runs removed.
Oh,
she
Jesus.
threatened violence, like sicking people, like swatting, like all this crazy, like if you guys vote to remove my runs, I'm gonna fuck your lives up. And it was just like this huge, like, back and forth of, was this right, and all this. And then it was the question of, should her character reflect the runs?
Right.
It was just this really weird.
So was she big enough? Like, obviously, that's a huge deal. That's a game that's a big speedrun game.
Yeah, the randomizer category is huge lately, especially.
So, was she making money because of this?
I think it's an ego thing.
It was all an ego? Oh, jeez.
Because at the time, I think they were world records pace, like top of the leaderboards, And a lot of the runners, a lot of runners just try to improve their time, They're trying to beat their PB. But some of them are gunning for those world records.
Absolutely.
So I imagine at the time it was like, hey, I figured out a way to, maybe do a little finagle here, finagle there, get a world record that looks legit enough, but there was some question of, hey, these are kind of sketchy,
Well, and I've never personally done many speed runs, but, like, I've heard people say it's, like, super addicting. Because, like, you get so good, like, we'll use the most basic one, Mario. You get so good at Mario, and then you start doing speed runs, and then you get, like, obsessed with the fact that, like, what spots you can do faster, so you just keep playing and playing. So I can imagine, like, if it was legit, which it's not,
there's no proof that it's not legit. There was question. So it was a vote. The top 20 runners, the people who had the top 20 speeds, got to vote if these runs should be removed or not.
That's interesting then.
Yeah. Because
that would piss me off.
So, I mean, it's not like these people were just like, hey, let's ask the whole community, the person that's got the top time and the person who's got a time of 10 hours.
Yeah.
It was the people who knew their stuff and could compare and contrast and say, you know, this looks legit or this looks maybe a little bit questionable.
Fishy, yeah.
2 of the biggest speedrunners in history just got busted for cheating.
Yeah, the guy, one of them was Donkey Kong, the original Donkey Kong world record holder.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He had I think he has a documentary that he was into. It's like The Making of Kong or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
This
King of Kong, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
That's so nuts.
But yeah, it's just a weird situation where, especially when you're threatening, like, doxing people and stuff for voting against you, it's like, I don't know if I should trust you now.
Yeah. Absolutely not. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Well, because, like, you would think if she didn't cheat or, like, change, like, anything, or use, like, a hacked game or whatever, that she would just come out and be like, okay, well, you know, this is why I think it's true. Why go immediate to threats? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Like, because, like, if that happened to me, like, say, like, I do a speed run and I'm break a world record or whatever and people think it's fake, like, I'd want to come out and be like, no, here's my proof, here's how I did it.
Yeah.
You know, all this stuff, instead of just going, you know what, motherfucker, I'm coming for you and you and you. Like, it makes you seem like you're faking.
Yeah. Well, and then conversely, there was a guy who, just like yesterday, he got a world record in Super Mario 64, which is a very competitive game.
Absolutely.
But there was a point during his recording or his stream where there was frame drops. So it was questionable. It was like right near the end, I think, during one of the Bowser fights or something, where there was some frame drops. And so they had to question, you know, should we keep the run because there's some frame drops, so we can't confirm if the time's perfectly accurate. And so the runner was like, no, that's fine. You know, there was some frame drops, I accepted. I'll just go get another world record.
Yeah.
Who was it?
I don't know his name off the top of my head right now. I could probably pull it up.
Because I watch one guy a lot that does a lot
I can
of
pull
64.
it up, though, I think.
360 Chrism. I don't know. He's fun to watch. But
Let me see if I can pull this up. But, Jarl.
There's three top stat brackets in World of Tanks. For a while, I got trapped just wanting to get my stats up because I was the 99% bracket, then I was the 99.9% bracket, and I was the 99.99 bracket. I can understand how that would get very obsessive.
Yeah.
I think Eminem actually is in the top 20 in the world for Donkey Kong.
Oh, jeez.
What?
That's pretty funny.
So it was Cheezo5.
Cheezo5?
Yeah.
I've heard of that name.
Most speedruns need to be recorded to VHS for validity on some sites.
How do you even get a VHS nowadays?
Interesting. Is that... Oh, because that would allow you to check all frames, right?
Probably. You could probably slow it down frame by frame.
Interesting.
Huh.
That's
pretty cool,
Eminem being in the top 20 world for Donkey Kong. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
True? I've never heard
I
of
would
that.
hope so.
Me
That'd
too.
be the coolest thing. He just never has talked about it ever once in his life.
Yeah. He's just like, yeah, I've got a speedrun up there.
Yeah. You know, it's like, you know who The Game is, the rapper?
No.
He's a pretty big rapper. He did stuff like 50 Cent and stuff.
Okay.
Him and his son for like Madden like 15 or something like that. Where I think he was like 3rd ranked in the world and his son was like 7th ranked in the world.
I just saw a thing on that though. Apparently he had bought the account.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Damn.
He was telling everyone it was the number 1 for a long time.
Was it?
And then it turns out he had bought the account from someone.
Damn.
And then claimed it as his own. It
That's
just came
disappointing.
Yeah, I was mad too. Like he's really good still. Like he'll still go whoop people, but he bought an account with super high stats
Yeah.
so he didn't have to go through the work. So I was like, oh, that's
That does suck.
Yeah, that sucks.
I was mad.
Jarl, I don't like speedruns. Never found the draw to it, watching or doing it. I like watching it just because I played all these games.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like watching when they do speedruns in games that are like my childhood, watching them do it like just stupid fast. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Just
it's like
destroying
entertaining
your
to watch.
childhood
Yeah.
games,
I was like, man, I've got all 120 stars in Mario 64. I played Star Fox.
Yeah.
And then I watched someone who's actually like really good at the game. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
People like go through and
Like, I
just
didn't
do
even
it.
know you could do that.
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, but no, I definitely get the viewpoint of not understanding speedrunning because
Yeah.
a lot of it, especially any percents, it's like they're literally breaking the game to get a fast time, and
Right.
like some people wouldn't like the draw of that.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Bite the Bit.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
thank
the
you.
follow.
Appreciate it.
Woo woo.
I've also never played any Zelda, Mario, or pretty much any old school game. Oh,
Do you have a PC? You can emulate them.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Emulators are a great thing.
This kid I know, I just saw, he posted on Snapchat, he had a PS2 emulator on his computer.
Ooh, those are hard to get because you actually have to have a verified PlayStation.
Yeah.
To do that. You have to get like the serial number.
It was funny.
Yeah.
I didn't play much PS2 games. I had one, but I never did.
I played a lot of Digimon World 4.
Really?
That's a weird Digimon.
I bet. Fuck emulators, never got one to work.
Some of them are hard to work, like the PlayStation 2 one.
I bet.
Dolphin is kind of okay to use. The Game Boy emulators are super simple to plug in and play.
Yeah.
Do you play Fortnite?
Bite the Bit wants to know, yeah. Do we play Fortnite?
Yeah.
We do from time to time. We're not any good, but we'll play it.
Yeah, I play Fortnite squads. I pick up a win or two every day.
Yeah.
I'm playing squads.
That's nice, yeah, we need to...
Yeah.
We usually just play solo, so it's a lot harder solo. It's...
Now we just have a bunch of FPS tryhards that I play with.
There you go.
My good buddy Skyler is like, there's a game called the War Z.
Yeah, I
That
got
got a
a
lot
game.
of controversy. He was one of the top 50 players in that game.
Oh, jeez.
Christ.
Yeah.
Do you play a lot of it? Bite the Bit?
Yeah.
Jarl, did you just play it? Did you just say Fortnite is hot garbage? A lot of people would disagree. If we're let's compare Fortnite and PUBG. Which one of those is hot garbage? Oh, Crystal, talk to me about War Z, please.
Don't even talk to me about
War Z got so much controversy around it. It was.
I'm curious. I think
hilarious.
what's Fortnite's usually like the top or top 3.
I guarantee it's in the top 3 right now.
It's always on the...
I think it took over PUBG because it's free. I honestly think if Fortnite...
Yeah, number 1 right now.
I feel like higher than League.
I feel like if Fortnite wasn't free, it wouldn't be as big as it is.
I think it's a much better optimized game.
Yeah, true. But I still don't know if I'd pay $40+ for it.
Crystal's a War Z veteran. Do you know the character Fades? Fades. That would be my buddy.
Yeah, I'm level 58. Oh, jeez.
Okay, nice.
That's awesome.
PUBG is lukewarm garbage.
If PUBG was actually optimized, it'd be a very good game.
It'd be fun,
But it's
yeah.
not, and I don't see it getting any better. I also don't like the company behind PUBG. I like PlayerUnknown as a person. I don't like the company he partnered with to run PUBG.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with the background of them.
So when Fortnite originally announced their Battle Royale mode, the company Bluehole actually came out and was like, yo, they're fucking stealing our idea, blah, blah, blah. And the reason they did that is because PUBG is actually leasing the engine from Fortnite.
I was going to say,
Epic
wasn't it
Games-
like a mod or something originally?
Epic Games owns the engine that PUBG runs on. But
I didn't
PUBG
know
leases that engine from them.
Interesting.
And so when Fortnite originally announced their BR mode, the developers of PUBG were like, yo, they're stealing our idea, they're gonna, because...
But if we're going to the roots of everything, PUBG stole... Well, I don't want to say
It's
stole.
not stole. So they're leasing it. They're paying Fortnite to use their engine.
Well, right, but what I was going to say is this idea of Battle Royale games, PUBG did not come up with it.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, there was, the Culling, a year ago?
Not only that, but there was
DayZ.
Battle Royale the movie.
Yeah,
and Hunger Games.
Yeah.
It's not a novel concept.
No,
Yeah.
it's... So I don't know if they're... How can you sue for an idea that's been around for a long time?
Well, it wasn't even suing. It was just them, being like...
Oh, they were
fuck?
just complaining.
Just complaining to complain, and then that actually boosted Fortnite's popularity, which was even more hilarious.
Right. I just don't like Battle Royale. Fair enough, Jarl.
Was that PlayerUnknown? I thought it was just Bluehole.
Fortnite.
So I like to think PlayerUnknown is actually, because when I've heard discussions, PlayerUnknown will say one thing and Bluehole will say another, and I guess it's hard to differentiate the identity from the corporation.
Right.
PlayerUnknown started out as a mod for Arma 2.
It did, yes.
Yeah.
Well, PlayerUnknown made the mod.
Yeah.
PlayerUnknown actually worked on a ton of Battle Royale games before PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Huh. Putting PUBG on Xbox, one of the worst things they could have done.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Infestation as a Battle Royale now?
Huh.
Who would have thunk? H1Z1, ironically, there's an article posted that they've dropped 90% of their player base since PUBG and Fortnite have come to the spotlight.
Yeah, no one plays it.
They're hoping that, I think they're doing a competitive league and they're hoping to draw back some of their players, but...
Have you played H1Z1?
I have, yeah. That was actually the one that I played the most of when it was around before their big combat update.
I don't know if I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of H1Z1.
It was my go-to until Fortnite.
Yeah.
I played Fortnite, I played PUBG, I played H1, I played, Infestation. Out of all of them, Fortnite is my favorite at this point in time. It's runs super good.
Yeah.
The updates they push out, they're very, up to date. their player support sucks. It takes like 2 weeks to get a response from support.
Right.
But they're very nice when they do respond. Very, very
I
good
imagine
at fixing the problem.
I imagine it right now. Oh.
Well, I accidentally bought something in the game on accident. So, but yeah, they it took 2 weeks, but they refunded it, just no questions asked.
Oh,
so
that's
that
cool.
was
That's
awesome
nice.
from them.
Have you?
Yeah.
Let's see. Help someone with the skin and coating for the mod.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you don't know, or you know, the movie and Battle Royale came out before video games, so you can't say he invented it.
Exactly, Salty.
Right.
And that's interesting, Jarl. I didn't know that. I know that he's worked on a ton of Battle Royale mods for different games and Battle Royale modes. That's interesting to hear.
Do you think Battle Royale is going to be a genre that keeps for a long time?
I think it's a good staying genre. It allows a bunch of people to get together and play. It's very competitive, which people love. I think it's the future of shooting. Not necessarily esports, because it's a lot harder to spectate something along those lines.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
But like in terms of game that people play a lot of, I think it'll have a good staying point for a long time.
Well, and I think even maybe esports, because when they do their like PUBG opening or grand opening or whatever, and the Fortnite things, like where it's, you know, Josh OG and his homies, Gold Glove and his homies, like all these big dudes get together and they all stream. Wow, the main channel for the company streaming, it gets so many viewers.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of fun to watch, because you get to go root for your team.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the problem with games like that is the big money comes down to LANs. LANs are where they get both organizers and the players get the most money is going to be at a LAN. The problem for a game like that is how do you spectate 50 to 100 people spread out across a gigantic map like that?
Right.
And you're going to miss, Josh OG getting some sick kill because you're busy watching Gold Glove, looting an M4. You know? It's the same thing with like Overwatch. It's as a spectator viewing point for something like that, it's just too hard to watch.
Yeah.
So it's harder. I mean, you're still going to get big numbers, but you're not going to get as big a numbers as say like CS:GO or Dota 2, where the viewing experience is a lot easier to understand what's going on. I can watch Dota 2 all day tournaments wise. I have no idea what the fuck's going on, but I can watch it all day.
It's entertaining.
It's fun, yeah. The International is a fucking amazing esports tournament.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I have no idea what's going on, and I love it.
Right.
I don't think it's got the staying power it could have, because most people I know that play Battle Royale haven't played in a week or more. They're just burnt out on it. That's the one thing that I moved to, that I think Fortnite might be the reason it may have staying power. It's like PUBG hasn't changed anything.
Yes, that's true.
H1Z1 didn't change anything. Like
they did their major combat update, but that made it worse.
Right, but as far as like what Fortnite's doing, it's like every week, or not every week, they're starting to take out guns. Week. There's new guns, new weapons, new ideas. I think they just need to bring out new maps.
Yeah. And Michael Scott says, "Have you ever played Far Cry?" Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, love Far Cry.
The new one's coming out soon.
The new one's gonna be great.
That's how do you think they're gonna pull off a concept of a fucking militia in, what is it, Michigan or
something like that?
Like in the United States,
it looks cool.
It's gonna trigger a lot of people. I'm excited.
I feel like it's gonna have some. The story elements aren't gonna make any fucking sense.
Yeah,
probably not. I think some people are gonna get mad though. I don't know why. I could just see that.
I could see some outcry. Yeah. It's in Minnesota. Thank you, Jarl.
You could see some outcry, or would you say you could see some Far Cry? Bad jokes are bad.
He's got puns. Yeah, as we go back to Fortnite, though, but yeah, their latest update, they released a crossbow.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just
there's a new
the minigun too.
I was playing today. There's a new grenade out.
Oh really?
Like a pulse grenade or something.
Okay. Yeah. So they're trying new stuff.
I feel like you're a Total Biscuit Jim Sterling fan.
I am a Total Biscuit fan. I love the Topshelfers podcast. I love Jesse Cox. I love Dodger. I love Total Biscuit. I love Sam Strippin.
Total Biscuit's
that's my favorite podcast.
Oh, nice. Far Cry 5 coming out in 5 weeks.
Yeah, that's... I don't know if I'm going to get... I haven't played a Far Cry since Far Cry 3.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Far Cry 3 is one of my
favorites. So he also said, I feel like it's going to be more of the same copy and paste of Far Cry 3.
Well, what do you expect? They haven't changed the Far Cry formula a lot. You climb up the tower.
Yeah, you climb the tower, look at some shit, go shoot
They
some
love
shit.
their towers. Every game
they
from
do.
that company, they love their fucking towers.
A lot of people didn't like Primal. I liked Primal.
I think the concept of a medieval Far Cry is a great I wouldn't say medieval.
Like a...
prehistoric.
Yeah, prehistoric.
That's a good descriptor. Far Cry 4 was hot garbage. I wouldn't know. I don't expect much different from Far Cry 5. They love sticking to their formulas.
Did you hear about the Halo rumor?
There's a Halo rumor. Ooh.
There is a Halo rumor.
I would like to hear it.
What they're saying is they're working on Halo 6, but there's 2 like IPs that got registered, and what they think might be going on is they're gonna do, was it Halo 3 or 4 that had a multiplayer and a campaign mode? They want to do that again, but everyone's thinking it's gonna be Halo but Battle Royale.
Interesting. I don't know how that's gonna go over.
Especially being if it's a console exclusive and they don't do it on the PC.
Yeah, because Microsoft loves their console exclusives. I don't know how that's gonna go over.
Yeah, it could be interesting.
We'll get another tactical game instead.
Yeah, right. But
Just kidding, I don't like RTS.
Yeah, don't.
It's like Skyrim with guns without guns.
They need to no more Halo Wars. But
what's wrong with Halo Wars?
it's hot garbage, as Jarl likes to say.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool. I loved Halo. I've played a lot of Halo multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
If you could play Halo multiplayer in the Battle Royale way, I think it'd be fun. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and I don't know how gun diversity would play out.
That's true.
Because if I get a rocket launcher or a sniper, everyone's going to fucking die.
The fun part of a Battle Royale game is the different weapons that you can play around with.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if there's just one sniper, one rocket launcher, what the battle rifle and the DMR, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Needler, like, they have a lot of guns, but I don't think it's going to work.
I think, Bungie's part of the Destiny team, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Bungie has butchered a lot of goodwill with Destiny 2.
Yeah, they did. we both played a fuck ton of Destiny 2 when it came out.
Really?
And then we just stopped playing because there's nothing to do.
You know the controversies around some of their stuff then, right? Like the nerfed EXP.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, yeah.
It's
fucking awful.
Yeah.
Bad
Microtransactions on their
lots of
cosmetics.
microtransactions.
Yeah. For sure.
It's like Skyrim with guns without guns, and it's shit.
Right.
Got boring as fuck. Yeah. I just don't like cosmetics for MTX is fine in certain scenarios, but when you're sitting there and it's just like piles of money loading up before you can even do anything, it's not good. I'm gonna tell Total Biscuit if I'm stealing their ideas. I'm sorry. My favorite podcast. They do amazing.
Signing with Activision Blizzard butchered goodwill before Destiny 1 even came out. See, I wish Blizzard never went with Activision. I'm a big Blizzard fanboy, and I feel like Activision is really money hungry in everything they do.
Yeah. That's true.
And they do Call of Duty games now, and it's like, just stop.
If you like good free games with microtransactions but fair, Path of Exile.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
cannot beat their microtransaction model.
Well, like, I'm all about like League of Legends too. Like,
okay, yeah.
I like the idea that it's 100% free.
Mm-hmm.
You never have to pay for anything. If you just like the game and want a cool fucking skin for the character you made, you can get it.
Yeah. The only problem I have is that unlocking all the characters takes fucking forever.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. You will not unlock all the characters in a reasonable time frame.
And for a new player to jump on, it's kind of bullshit. Because
you're gated behind so much bullshit.
Yeah, your free character rotation might be all characters you have no interest in playing.
Like C-tier shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Warframe is... Yes, Yari. Warframe is an amazing game. I have played that recently. I got pretty decently far, and it's fucking amazing for a free game.
Yeah.
So good.
Activision isn't the party to blame. Look at their company who was bought by.
Who was bought by? What do you mean, Blizzard? Blizzard does everything pretty well.
Jessica.
I don't know who they were bought by. I don't follow Activision very much. Jesse Cox is one of the only large people on YouTube that responds to fan emails. Yeah, Jesse Cox is fucking hilarious. A lot of people don't like his kind of humor, but I think he's amazing. He's great.
I think he's a good dude.
Yeah.
What time are we at? I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, it's just been going.
Yeah, hour 38.
38?
So we can just plan like 20 more minutes if you guys want.
I'll shoot for 2. We've been trying to cut them down because we were doing like 4.5 hour podcasts.
Yeah, I saw a couple of those VODs, like 4.5.
Yeah, well,
it's just too much. Like,
yeah.
Like, for us, it's not too much because we could talk all night long with people. But for, like, viewer standpoint, it's just...
You lose viewer attention after so long.
Yeah, around an hour and a half, 2 hours, or an hour and a half to 2.5 seems to be pretty good. So 2 hours
Plus, it brings back the idea, or what's good for us is if we have more that we want to keep talking on, have guests back.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah.
But, no, I love everyone that's in that whole group.
Yeah.
Total Biscuit's just...
They're all great.
I'd have to say he's got to be one of the most influential people in gaming that's been around since fucking internet gaming.
Yeah, really.
Like,
and his StarCraft 2 commentary is
yeah,
second to none.
Yeah. When he played StarCraft 2,
he had a team.
And commentated over his StarCraft 2 like gameplay.
Yeah.
Fucking killed me.
Are you guys gonna game tonight or anything after this?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know what the fuck we want to play.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
I'll probably. What am I gonna play when I get home? I might play Sword Art.
Sword Art? Yeah.
That's a good one.
That or Slay the Spire. You guys gotta check that out.
I know, I want to check it out.
If you like deck builders, it's so good.
And I do like deck. Have you played many deck builders?
No.
It's so good. It's great. You can see there's some silly shit. People have created one-turn decks, because when you discard cards, they go to the discard pile, and then when you run out of cards, it just shuffles your discard pile back. So people have made decks that are literally just 5 cards that sit there and
shit.
back and forth. So literally just like ding 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 whoop, ding ding whoop.
I got some story time later. Okay, Yarl, for sure.
TV is also North Carolina.
Carolina Panthers is my team.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That's where Salty Frank is from, North Carolina.
Okay, we got a lot of people in the Carolinas.
It's, strange.
He's a Brit that got implanted.
It's true.
He's got that snarky Brit stuff. He's great.
What happened to Day 9?
Day 9? I have no idea.
He fell off pretty hard.
Was he did H1, didn't he?
He did. He started with StarCraft a lot, and then...
Okay.
No, of course we don't forget about you. I said a lot of people are in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Forget about
right?
Nah.
I always thought StarCraft 2 was going to have a super long lifespan because of how big the esports was, and then their expansion came out and they just killed it.
I think the problem is RTS is just too hard of a genre to break into for the average gamer at this point.
Yeah.
When you put the barrier of entry for most games is right here.
Yeah.
StarCraft,
You have to be.
You have to be good and have an RTS understanding to play at a decent level in StarCraft.
Well, and with that game too, like if you jump in not knowing anything about the game,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna get Zerg Rush and lose in 4
I was
minutes.
gonna say I've been Zerg Rush so many times online.
Yeah, and if you don't know how to even defend that, like you're not gonna want to play the game, and I don't blame people.
Yeah.
I just found my StarCraft 2 box yesterday, my game.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to reinstall that bad boy.
I was confused. I thought Activision was owned by EA, but I guess... Oh, no. Activision merged, I think, with Blizzard.
Okay.
So it's like a...
Either that or I
joint.
think Activision might be renting platform space on Battle.net. That
I think
could
so.
also be what's going
I
on.
think the new company is called Activision Blizzard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they went a full-on move together or something like that.
Okay. Yara, liking the Panthers is like liking the Cowboys. That's fine, but you can sit at the kids' table. Okay.
Fuck.
I'll enjoy my chicken nuggets.
Right.
They're fucking delicious. What do you got?
No, it was a merger. Okay.
Okay.
See, and I'm a Packers fan, and
Okay. She said.
yeah, she said I'm a fudge Packer, as people like to say.
Cool.
But I'm a big fan of Cam Newton, so
Cam Newton's pretty cool.
I know
He
a lot
makes
of
some interesting comments.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think that comment was bad.
It was just. I think it was said in a moment of like,
Bad time, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was doing it because it, be like, oh, cool. There's like a female
Yeah.
person asking a
That
question.
came off poorly.
He worded it off.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just bad move, Cam.
Yeah. Gotta love Cam.
Right?
I'm surrounded by
Sometimes he put the
traitors.
Team on his back.
Yeah.
Other years he's doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
His throw rating this year was just back and forth. It was great.
Well, I almost wonder if he is worried about the concussions.
I don't think so.
No,
No.
because he has had a lot of hits where you would be like, that should be a flag.
Yeah.
But what'd Cam say?
He made a comment on a woman asked. It was a female reporter who knows her shit, and she was asking him about routes, and he made a laugh, and he's like, it's funny to hear a woman talk about routes.
Yeah.
And I think he was trying to come off as this is unusual. Usually it's a bunch of guys here, but the way the way his tone was and the way he worded it made him sound like
a jackass.
Yeah, like a jackass.
Yeah.
But, I'd like to think it was all in goodwill, but
Yeah,
who knows?
who knows?
He could be just a cunt. And
There was a podcast with the Anna Faris. She had Terrell Owens or whatever that was his name. Terry Crews.
Oh, Terry
That's
Crews?
Who he had. And he talked about the whole masculinity inside the sporting world and how a lot of the guys are just like, fucking bitch, you owe me all this shit. You know?
Oh,
They
wow.
have this mentality that they're so big that women should just give them whatever the fuck they want because they're so big. And I
Yikes.
guess that's pretty prominent in the NFL community.
Wow.
That the guys in there are just like, fucking, bitch, you give me what I want because I'm this fucking
Yeah.
big dude that I earn this shit, you know?
Kind of like, what the fuck's the guy who beat up his wife in the elevator?
Oh.
Ray Rice?
Ray Rice, yeah.
You can kind of see that because, like,
Yeah.
the thing that blew my mind is, like, he didn't just grab her.
Yeah.
He beat the fucking tar out of her.
Yeah.
And she still stood by his side during the whole entire thing. And I'm like,
That's what.
is the money that good?
People still fangirl over Chris Brown, though. Let's be clear here.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
A lot of the times, a person's actions don't get reflected in their popularity.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Epic and the Topsy-Turvy Love Life. I feel like you guys are just as invested as I am.
Ooh, that sounds exciting.
Ray Rice is my hero.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
That's what Jeremy, Josh's brother, one time showed me. He's like, "Do you see the new Ray Rice jersey?" And it was just a picture of a wife beater.
Oh no.
I was like, "Oh god."
Shit.
That was a good one. It's funny.
No, Jarl, I'm interested to hear. Hopefully it's a good outcome, or at least a not so awful outcome for you. Yeah, we'll talk about it later for you.
Yeah, I'll set up my Discord when we play games. We're only gonna go for like 15, 20 more, or 10, 15 more minutes, so I don't
What should
wanna...
be a good ending, closing topic for tonight? We've hit a lot of Twitch tonight.
Yeah.
A lot of gaming.
Yeah. That's where I focus in lately.
Yeah.
We are in a gaming thing, so it works
Yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah, we gaming a lot.
Yeah.
Been gaming a lot.
For sure.
What do you think is a genre that's going to take off that's not big right now?
Deck builders are on the rise.
Yeah.
The Slay the Spires opened up a huge hole in the idea of building a deck out of a small set of cards, or even just drafting a card deck and then playing some sort of type of game with it.
Right.
I mean, Hearthstone already holds a big genre in that.
Absolutely.
Isn't that what Gwent is or whatever? Is that a card
I
builder?
think Gwent is a TCG.
Oh, okay.
Just like Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering.
What's the one game, this is going to stretch your, possible random knowledge of knowing games. It's a free game. You can get it off Steam, I believe, but it's mostly downloaded off their website. And it's a deck building game, but what you do is you place your cards on the field, and then you got to move your characters around as well.
I want to say I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name. I thought you were gonna say Guild of Dungeoneering at first.
No, not that one.
But it's not that.
It was in beta.
Is it the one where it's like little hexagons?
I think so, yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
I played a lot of it, and I really was getting into it, but then they weren't doing anything with it.
Yeah.
It was still just stuck in beta.
Huh.
Zach God? Fortnite? Possibly.
GTA 5.
GTA 5?
Well, what are your
fun.
thoughts of the media blaming video games for the recent... I don't want to get too deep into stuff like guns, but what are your thoughts on... A lot of media has been saying that it's violent video games that are the cause of this, and I think it's bullshit.
They've been trying to say that shit since the fucking 90s.
I
and
know,
it's not,
but it's
just blows my mind. There's always some reporter who tries to point at the hands of video games. It happened with the guy who went and shut up the school like 5 years ago. They were like, he was a World of Warcraft player, and that's a violent video game. I've played video games since I was fucking 5 or 6. Not once have I thought about shooting up a school.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's people who don't understand what video gaming is.
Yeah, it's true. And I mean, scientists have done studies on this stuff, too.
Yeah.
And I think it's just ill-informed, but it still gets my blood a little boiling.
It gets mine boiling a lot because it's so crazy. Like, I even, like, I get with, like, GTA, like, when it first came out, like Vice City or even GTA 4 or GTA 3. I can't remember. And, like, oh, you could go get a hooker and she can make sexual noises, and then you can get out and you can kill the hooker and get your money back.
Yeah.
Like, I get, like, that's a bad... Like, that sounds bad on paper. Don't let your kids play that fucking game.
Yeah.
So,
I fucking did that, and I was like, wow, that was a thing. All right, let's go.
I did it too.
I had a mission.
I had Vice City. I did it like the fucking like 15 minutes into the game when you're allowed to do that, and I'm like,
yeah.
Everyone was talking about it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a thing.
That was cool. It didn't change me.
Yeah.
I killed a lot of people in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Not once did I ever think like,
yeah, this would
go
be fun to
outside
do
and kill
outside.
Yeah,
people.
exactly. It's a game. People, I don't know.
Yeah.
If they can't tell the difference between game and reality, they already have issues of their own.
Yeah, that's a mental problem. It comes down to parenting though.
It could come down to it. I don't like the idea that we need to beat our children in order for them to be productive members of society either, though.
But
there's a lot of, kids aren't disciplined enough nowadays, and
I think you just have to know your kid.
Yeah.
I think that's what it comes down to. Some kids respond to more aggressive parenting, and some kids need more nurturing parenting. Mm-hmm. It just depends on the kid. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Let's finish up the chat and then we'll call. I just remembered playing San Juan back in the day. Simple, underrated card game.
Yeah. I think there was Anime Waifu Deck Builder on tabletop. I haven't played that one. I've been trying to get some people together to play Super Fight. Have you guys ever played that? It's like Cards Against Humanity, but with superheroes.
Okay.
Oh, my friend got that, yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to get some people to play that.
Can't you play that one by yourself, too?
I don't think so.
No?
I haven't tried it.
There was some superhero game my friend bought, and you can play it by yourself along with, you can have, up to, 8 people.
Okay.
And, he said playing it by yourself is just as fun as playing it with 8 people. I was like, that's interesting for a tabletop board game.
Yeah. Yeah. There's also that other really big anime waifu TCG that's semi-popular on Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot what it is. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Shadowverse.
Yeah, Shadowverse.
Yeah.
I'm 18. The oldest game I remember in GTA San Andreas, and Need for Speed Most Wanted.
It's a good game.
Yeah, right? That was fun.
You can get that on Steam for $5.
Right? Games don't make us violent, lag does.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point to end
Nothing
on.
more infuriating than
right?
Lag is what makes us violent. So yeah, we're going to call it for tonight. Do you have anything you want to, I guess you could say, pimp on our pimp? Do you have any social medias, any Twitch you want people to possibly follow?
Finding me on Steam is hard enough, but you could probably figure it out. I'm half Saxon on Steam.
Half Saxon?
I played Rocket League all the time. I'm willing to help coach. I'm pretty high ranked in that game, so if you're trying to learn how to do shit, you can always hit me up.
Yeah.
Facebook.com/chillinsax.
Chillinsax?
Yeah, CHILLNSAX, not IN.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm on Twitter at Saxon Says, but I'm rarely on there, so.
Yeah, so if you guys want to get into Rocket League or enjoy Rocket League, we got someone here who is...
Yeah, I'm willing to coach. I've helped train a guy all the way from gold to champion, so...
Jesus.
Yeah, that's champion's right around top 1-2%. So.
Damn.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, so hit them up.
So yeah, and then if you guys want to follow us, we got our YouTube down at the bottom. Every single video goes up on YouTube. Yeah. Twitter's down there. Facebook is Forrest Wesley, 2 R's in Forrest. And our Instagram is Topshelfers Podcast.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Have a great morning, night, whatever time it is for you guys.
Deuces.